In the late 16th century, an entire colony vanished without a trace, leaving behind only a single cryptic clue carved into a tree, Croatone. The Roanoke colony's disappearance remains one of history's most enduring enigmas, a mystery that has captivated historians, archaeologists, and curious minds for centuries. But this is just one of the 42 unsolved puzzles lurking in the shadows of antiquity, secrets that refuse to yield their answers, no matter how much we dig, analyze, or speculate. From lost civilizations to cryptic artifacts, these mysteries challenge our understanding of the past and remind us how much we still have to uncover. In this video, we'll take you on a journey through time, exploring the most baffling enigmas that continue to defy explanation. Each one holds a piece of the puzzle, a tantalizing glimpse into a world that remains just out of reach. So, are you ready to step into the unknown and uncover the secrets that have puzzled humanity for generations? Let's begin. Long before the legend of Atlantis captured the modern imagination, it was the ancient Greek philosopher Plato who first brought this enigmatic city to life, or at least to the pages of history. In his dialogues Timaeus and Critias, written around 360 BCE, Plato described Atlantis as a powerful and advanced civilization that thrived on an island beyond the Pillars of Hercules, often believed to be the Strait of Gibraltar. According to the tale, Atlantis was a utopia of unparalleled wealth and technology, but its people grew arrogant, provoking the gods to punish them by sinking the entire island beneath the waves in a single day and night. For centuries, this story has sparked endless debate. Was Atlantis a real place, lost to the depths of the ocean, or simply a cautionary tale crafted by Plato to teach a moral lesson? Theories about its possible location range from the Mediterranean Sea to the Caribbean, with some even suggesting Antarctica. Geological evidence, such as underwater formations and ancient flood myths from various cultures, has added fuel to the speculation. Archaeologists have pointed to sites like the island of Santorini, devastated by a volcanic eruption around 1600 BCE, as a possible inspiration for the legend. Others have proposed that Atlantis could have been located in the Azores or even off the coast of Spain. The enduring fascination with Atlantis lies not just in its mystery but in what it represents, a symbol of human ambition, hubris, and the fragility of even the most advanced societies. Its story has inspired countless books, films, and expeditions, each attempting to uncover the truth behind the myth. But the question remains, could Atlantis have been a real place, or is it purely a work of ancient imagination? As we ponder this, let's not forget that Atlantis is just the beginning. The shadows of antiquity are filled with other lost civilizations, each holding secrets waiting to be uncovered. While the tale of Atlantis stirs the imagination with its sunken grandeur, another mystery from the ancient world challenges not just our curiosity but our ability to understand it at all. Enter the Voynich Manuscript, a book unlike any other. Written in an unknown script and filled with bizarre illustrations of plants, celestial diagrams, and human-like figures, this enigmatic text has baffled scholars, cryptographers, and linguists for centuries. Discovered in 1912 by a Polish book dealer named Wilfred Voynich, the manuscript's origins and purpose remain as elusive as the language in which it is written. The manuscript itself is a visual marvel, with its pages adorned in vibrant colors and intricate details. Strange plants that defy botanical classification, women bathing in green liquid, and intricate astrological charts dominate its pages, yet none of these images offer clear clues about the text's meaning. Carbon dating places its creation in the early 15th century, likely between 1404 and 1438, but the identity of its author or authors remains a mystery. Theories about its origins range from the plausible to the fantastical. Some believe it was the work of a medieval alchemist or herbalist documenting secret knowledge in a coded language. Others suggest it could be a hoax created to deceive collectors. And then there are those who propose more outlandish ideas, such as extraterrestrial influence or a lost civilization's attempt to preserve its wisdom. Countless attempts have been made to decode the Voynich Manuscript, from World War Roman II codebreakers to modern artificial intelligence programs, yet none have succeeded in cracking its cipher. The text resists all known linguistic patterns, leaving experts to wonder if it's written in a constructed language, an elaborate cipher, or something entirely alien to human understanding. This enduring enigma has earned the manuscript a reputation as one of the most perplexing artifacts in history, a puzzle that refuses to be solved despite centuries of scrutiny. What makes the Voynich Manuscript so fascinating is not just its indecipherability, but what it represents: a tangible link to a time when knowledge was often hidden, protected, or lost. It reminds us that even in our age of information, there are still mysteries that defy explanation, texts that whisper secrets we may never fully grasp. And as we turn the page on this enigmatic manuscript, we're reminded that the shadows of antiquity hold countless other secrets, waiting for the right moment to reveal their truths. In the depths of the Mediterranean Sea, off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera, a discovery was made in 1901 that would forever change our understanding of ancient technology. Among the wreckage of a sunken Roman-era ship, divers recovered a corroded, fragmented object that seemed out of place in the ancient world. This was the Antikythera Mechanism, a device so advanced that it has been called the world's first analog computer. The mechanism, dating back to around 100 BC, is a marvel of engineering. Made up of at least 30 interlocking bronze gears, it was housed in a wooden case no larger than a shoebox. When intact, its dials and pointers would have moved in precise synchrony, tracking the motions of the sun, moon, and planets. But this wasn't just a simple calendar or clock. It could predict lunar and solar eclipses, model the irregular orbit of the moon, and even account for the timing of ancient athletic games like the Olympics. The complexity of its design suggests a level of scientific and technical knowledge that historians once believed was impossible for its time. For decades, the Antikythera Mechanism remained a puzzle, its true purpose obscured by centuries of corrosion and damage. It wasn't until the advent of modern imaging techniques like X-ray and CT scans that researchers began to unravel its secrets. What they found was astonishing: a device that combined astronomy, mathematics, and engineering in a way that wouldn't be matched until the scientific revolutions of the Renaissance, more than 1,000 years later. The implications of the Antikythera Mechanism are profound. Who created such a device, and how did they possess the knowledge to build it? Was it the work of a single genius or part of a broader tradition of advanced technology that has since been lost? Some scholars believe it may have been inspired by the work of ancient Greek astronomers like Hipparchus, while others suggest it could have been a product of the legendary school of Alexandria, a hub of scientific inquiry in the ancient world. This raises a tantalizing question. If the ancient Greeks could create something as sophisticated as the Antikythera Mechanism, what other technologies might have existed that we have yet to discover? Could there have been other devices even more advanced that were lost to time, their secrets buried beneath the sands of history? The Antikythera Mechanism serves as a reminder that the past is far more complex and innovative than we often give it credit for. As we marvel at this ancient wonder, we're left to wonder what other inventions might have once existed, only to vanish without a trace. And as we turn our gaze to the next mystery, we'll explore another ancient marvel that defies explanation: a structure so precise, so monumental, that it continues to inspire awe and debate even today. High above the arid plains of southern Peru, the Nazca Lines stretch across the desert like a giant canvas, etched into the earth with astonishing precision. These massive geoglyphs, some spanning over 600 feet, depict a variety of forms: spiraling monkeys, soaring birds, intricate flowers, and abstract geometric patterns. Created by the Nazca culture between 500 BC and 500 CE, these enigmatic designs have puzzled researchers for decades. How were they made, and more importantly, why? The sheer scale of the Nazca Lines is staggering. To create them, the Nazca people removed the dark, iron-rich surface stones to reveal the lighter soil beneath, crafting designs so large that they can only be fully appreciated from the air. This raises an intriguing question. How did an ancient civilization, without the benefit of modern tools or flight, manage to create such precise and expansive artwork? Some scholars suggest they used simple surveying techniques such as ropes and stakes to map out the designs. Others propose that the Nazca may have constructed basic hot air balloons to oversee their work, though no evidence of such technology has been found. The purpose of the Nazca Lines has been the subject of endless speculation. One of the most compelling theories is that they served as an astronomical calendar, aligning with celestial events like solstices or the rising of certain stars. This idea is supported by the fact that many of the lines point to significant astronomical positions. However, not all the figures fit neatly into this theory, leaving room for other interpretations. Some researchers believe the lines were part of religious or ceremonial practices, perhaps pathways for processions or offerings to the gods. Others have proposed more unconventional ideas, suggesting the lines were meant to communicate with extraterrestrial beings or act as landing strips for ancient spacecraft. While these theories capture the imagination, they lack substantial evidence and are often met with skepticism. What's undeniable is the cultural significance of the Nazca Lines to the people who created them. For the Nazca, these geoglyphs were more than just art. They were a profound expression of their connection to the land, the sky, and the divine. The effort required to create such monumental works speaks to their importance, hinting at a society deeply invested in both the spiritual and the practical. Studying the Nazca Lines today presents its own set of challenges. The dry, windless climate of the Peruvian desert has preserved the lines for centuries, but modern threats like erosion, tourism, and climate change now endanger their survival. Archaeologists and conservationists work tirelessly to protect these ancient masterpieces, using drones and satellite imagery to document and monitor their condition. The Nazca Lines remind us that ancient civilizations often left behind clues to their beliefs and achievements, waiting for future generations to decode. As we marvel at their artistry and ingenuity, we're reminded that the past is filled with mysteries that continue to inspire and confound us. And as we move from the desert plains of Peru to the next enigma, we'll explore another ancient wonder that challenges our understanding of what our ancestors were capable of, a structure so monumental it has stood the test of time, whispering secrets of a bygone era. Rising from the sands of Egypt, the Great Pyramid of Giza stands as a testament to human ingenuity and ambition. Built over 4,500 years ago during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu, this colossal structure is the largest of the 3 pyramids at Giza and the only surviving wonder of the ancient world. Its sheer scale is breathtaking. Originally standing at 481 feet tall, it was the tallest man-made structure on Earth for nearly 4 millennia. But what truly sets the Great Pyramid apart isn't just its size, it's the precision with which it was constructed, a feat that continues to baffle engineers and historians to this day. The alignment of the Great Pyramid is nothing short of extraordinary. Its 4 sides are almost perfectly oriented to the cardinal directions north, south, east, and west, with an error margin of just a fraction of a degree. For an ancient civilization without modern tools or compasses, this level of accuracy is mind-boggling. How did the ancient Egyptians achieve such precision? Some theories suggest they used the stars, particularly the constellation Orion, as a guide. Others propose that they employed simple yet effective tools like the Merkit, a sighting instrument, to align the pyramid with celestial markers. Whatever the method, the result is a structure that seems to bridge the earthly and the divine, a monument that speaks to the Egyptians' profound understanding of astronomy, mathematics, and engineering. Then there's the question of how the pyramid was built. The Great Pyramid is estimated to consist of over 2 million stone blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons. Some blocks, particularly those in the King's Chamber, weigh up to 80 tons. Moving and positioning these massive stones would have been a monumental task even by today's standards. Traditional theories suggest that workers used ramps, either straight or zigzagging, to haul the blocks into place. However, no evidence of such ramps has ever been found, leaving the exact construction methods shrouded in mystery. Some researchers have proposed alternative theories, such as the use of water channels to float the stones or even advanced lifting techniques that have since been lost to history. The purpose of the Great Pyramid has long been a subject of debate. While most Egyptologists agree that it served as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, others argue that its true function goes far beyond that. Some believe it was a cosmic energy generator designed to harness and amplify natural forces. The pyramid's unique geometry and precise alignment have led to speculation that it could have been used for astronomical observations, spiritual rituals, or even as a repository of ancient knowledge. The discovery of hidden chambers and passageways within the pyramid has only added fuel to these theories. In recent years, advanced scanning technologies have revealed voids and anomalies deep within the structure, hinting at spaces that have yet to be explored. Could these hidden chambers hold the key to understanding the pyramid's true purpose? As we stand in awe of the Great Pyramid, we're reminded that even after centuries of study, it continues to guard its secrets. Its towering presence serves as a symbol of humanity's relentless pursuit of knowledge and mastery over the natural world. But the Great Pyramid is just one of many ancient structures that challenge our understanding of history. From the towering temples of Angkor Wat to the intricate stonework of Machu Picchu, the past is filled with monuments that defy explanation, each one a piece of the puzzle waiting to be solved. And so, as we leave the sands of Egypt behind, we turn our gaze to another marvel of ancient engineering, a structure so enigmatic, so steeped in mystery, that it continues to captivate and confound us to this day. What secrets does it hold, and what can it teach us about the civilizations that came before us? The answers, like the shadows of antiquity, remain just out of reach, waiting for the light of discovery to reveal them. Deep in the lush jungles of Costa Rica, scattered across the Diquis Delta and surrounding areas, lie hundreds of perfectly round stone spheres, ranging in size from a few centimeters to over 2 meters in diameter. These enigmatic artifacts have puzzled archaeologists and historians since their discovery in the 1930s. Known locally as Los Bolas or the Balls, these spheres are so precise in their shape and symmetry that they seem almost otherworldly. How were they made, and what purpose did they serve? The answers remain as elusive as the dense forests that hide them. The creation of these spheres is a marvel of ancient craftsmanship. Carved from a type of volcanic rock called gabbro, each sphere required immense skill and effort to shape. Using only stone tools, the artisans of the Diquis culture, who flourished between 700 and 1500 CE, managed to achieve near-perfect roundness and smoothness. Some theories suggest they used a combination of hammering, grinding, and polishing techniques, while others propose they may have employed a system of measurement or templates to guide their work. The precision is staggering, especially considering these spheres were crafted without the aid of modern tools or technology. As for their purpose, the theories are as varied as the spheres themselves. Some researchers believe they were used as astronomical tools, aligning with celestial bodies to mark important dates or events. Others suggest they served as symbols of power and status, placed near important buildings or along pathways to signify authority. Their arrangement in groups or lines has led to speculation that they may have had a ceremonial or ritualistic function, perhaps representing constellations or ancestors. However, without written records or clear cultural context, these ideas remain speculative. One of the greatest challenges in studying the stone spheres is their remote and often inaccessible locations. Many were discovered in areas dense with vegetation, making excavation and preservation difficult. Over time, some spheres have been moved, damaged, or even destroyed, further complicating efforts to understand their original placement and significance. Despite these obstacles, researchers continue to uncover clues about the Diquis culture and their remarkable achievements. The stone spheres of Costa Rica are a testament to the ingenuity and determination of ancient artisans. They remind us that even without modern technology, humans have always been capable of extraordinary feats of creativity and precision. These spheres, like so many other ancient artifacts, challenge our assumptions about the capabilities of early civilizations and invite us to reconsider what we think we know about the past. As we marvel at the craftsmanship of the Diquis people, we're reminded that the shadows of antiquity hold countless other wonders waiting to be uncovered. Each mystery, from the stone spheres to the next enigma we'll explore, offers a glimpse into a world that continues to surprise and inspire us. And as we move forward, we'll delve into yet another ancient puzzle, one that reveals the lengths to which our ancestors went to preserve their knowledge and beliefs, often in ways that defy our modern understanding. Nestled within the collections of the National Museum of Iraq lies a small, unassuming artifact that has sparked one of the most fascinating debates in the history of ancient technology. Known as the Baghdad Battery, this peculiar object consists of a clay jar, a copper cylinder, and an iron rod, all held together with a bitumen stopper. Discovered in the 1930s near the ancient city of Ctesiphon, these artifacts date back to the Parthian or Sasanian period, around 2,000 years ago. At first glance, they might seem like simple storage vessels, but their design has led some researchers to propose a startling possibility. Could these be ancient electrochemical cells capable of generating a small electric current? The theory is both intriguing and controversial. When filled with an acidic or alkaline substance such as vinegar or lemon juice, the iron rod and copper cylinder could create a chemical reaction, producing a low-voltage electrical charge. If true, this would mean that ancient civilizations in the region had a rudimentary understanding of electricity long before the modern era. Some speculate that these batteries might have been used for electroplating, a process of coating one metal with another using an electric current. For example, they could have been employed to gild silver or copper objects with a thin layer of gold, a practice known to have been used in the ancient world. However, not all scholars are convinced. Critics argue that there's no direct evidence to support the idea that these objects were used as batteries. No wires, no electroplated artifacts, and no written records have been found to corroborate the theory. Instead, some suggest that the jars may have had a more mundane purpose, such as storing sacred scrolls or serving as containers for ritual offerings. The bitumen stopper, they argue, could have simply been a seal to protect the contents from moisture or decay. The debate over the Baghdad Battery's true purpose raises a broader question. How advanced were ancient civilizations in their understanding of science and technology? If these artifacts were indeed batteries, it would suggest that certain cultures possessed knowledge far ahead of their time. But even if they weren't, their existence challenges us to reconsider what we think we know about the past. Were there other technologies now lost to history that allowed ancient people to achieve feats we can barely comprehend? This mystery also invites us to reflect on how knowledge is preserved or lost. The absence of written records or physical evidence doesn't necessarily mean that ancient people lacked certain technologies. It's entirely possible that their discoveries were so specialized or rare that they left little trace for future generations to uncover. The Baghdad Battery, whether a groundbreaking invention or a simple storage jar, reminds us that the past is full of surprises, waiting for the right moment to reveal their secrets. As we ponder the implications of this ancient artifact, we're reminded that it's just one piece of a much larger puzzle. The shadows of antiquity are filled with objects that defy easy explanation, each one offering a tantalizing glimpse into the ingenuity of our ancestors. And as we turn our attention to the next mystery, we'll explore another artifact that challenges our understanding of ancient knowledge. This time, a device so intricate, so precise, that it seems to belong to a far more advanced era. What secrets does it hold, and what can it teach us about the civilizations that came before us? The answers, like the Baghdad Battery itself, remain shrouded in mystery, waiting for the light of discovery to illuminate them. In the early 16th century, a Turkish admiral and cartographer named Piri Reis created a map that would later become one of the most debated artifacts in the history of exploration. Known as the Piri Reis Map, this extraordinary document, drawn in 1513, depicts parts of Europe, Africa, and the Americas with surprising accuracy. But what truly sets it apart is a detail that has sparked decades of controversy: the apparent depiction of Antarctica centuries before its official discovery and without its ice. How could a 16th century map show a continent buried under miles of ice, a landmass that wouldn't be confirmed by modern explorers until the 19th century? This single detail has turned the Piri Reis Map into a focal point of speculation, challenging our understanding of ancient knowledge and the history of cartography. The map itself is a work of art, rich with intricate details and annotations. Piri Reis claimed to have compiled it from multiple sources, including ancient Greek, Arab, and Portuguese maps, some of which he said dated back to the time of Alexander the Great. Among these sources, he referenced a map from the Library of Constantinople that supposedly depicted the Western lands, a tantalizing clue that has led some to suggest the existence of a lost global knowledge system. The map's depiction of South America is remarkably accurate, including details like the Amazon River and the Andes Mountains. But it's the southernmost landmass, labeled as Antarctica, that has drawn the most attention. Critics argue that the resemblance is coincidental, pointing out that the map's Antarctica doesn't perfectly match the continent's modern shape. Yet, its location and the absence of ice have fueled theories that ancient civilizations might have possessed knowledge far beyond what we've credited them with. One of the most compelling theories is that the Piri Reis Map could be evidence of a pre-Ice Age civilization with advanced seafaring and cartographic skills. If Antarctica was indeed ice-free at some point in the distant past, as geological evidence suggests it was millions of years ago, could an ancient culture have mapped it? Some researchers propose that this knowledge might have been passed down through generations, eventually making its way into the hands of Piri Reis. Others suggest that the map's accuracy could be the result of a forgotten global network of explorers, trading not just goods but also geographical knowledge. While these ideas are speculative, they raise profound questions about the capabilities of ancient civilizations and the possibility of lost technologies. Skeptics, however, have a different take. They argue that the map's Antarctica might simply be a misinterpretation of South America's coastline or a speculative addition based on myths and legends. After all, the age of exploration was a time of fantastical cartography, where maps often included imagined lands and sea monsters. The Piri Reis Map, they say, fits into this tradition, a blend of hard-earned knowledge and creative embellishment. Yet, even if this is the case, the map's precision in other areas remains a testament to the skill and ambition of its creator. What makes the Piri Reis Map so fascinating is not just its controversial depiction of Antarctica, but what it represents: a bridge between the known and the unknown, a reminder that history is often more complex than we imagine. It challenges us to reconsider the narratives we've been taught about exploration and discovery, suggesting that the past might hold secrets we've yet to uncover. Could ancient seafarers have charted lands we assume were undiscovered? And if so, what other knowledge might have been lost to time? This map, like so many other artifacts from antiquity, invites us to look beyond the surface and question the stories we think we know. It's a reminder that the past is not a static record but a living, evolving mystery full of surprises waiting to be uncovered. And as we move from the enigmatic lines of the Piri Reis Map to the next mystery, we'll explore another artifact that defies easy explanation, a relic that seems to whisper secrets of a long-lost world, challenging us to rethink what we know about the ingenuity of our ancestors. Among the many relics that have captured the imagination of believers and skeptics alike, few have sparked as much debate as the Shroud of Turin. This delicate linen cloth, measuring approximately 14 feet long, bears the faint but unmistakable image of a man who appears to have suffered the wounds of crucifixion. The shroud's haunting imprint shows a figure with nail marks in the wrists and feet, a spear wound in the side, and what seems to be bloodstains around the head, details that align closely with the biblical account of Jesus' crucifixion. For centuries, this artifact has been venerated as the burial cloth of Christ, while others dismiss it as an elaborate medieval forgery. The question remains, what is the truth behind this enigmatic relic, and what can science tell us about its origins? The Shroud of Turin first gained widespread attention in the late 14th century when it surfaced in the possession of a French knight. However, its history before that remains shrouded in mystery. Some claim it can be traced back to the 1st century, possibly originating in Jerusalem, while others argue it was created during the Middle Ages. The debate over its authenticity intensified in the late 20th century when scientists were granted unprecedented access to study the shroud. Using radiocarbon dating in 1988, researchers determined that the cloth dated to between 1260 and 1390, placing it firmly in the medieval period. This finding seemed to settle the matter until further analysis raised new questions. Critics of the radiocarbon dating argue that the sample taken for testing may have been contaminated or came from a section of the shroud that was repaired during the Middle Ages. Other studies have pointed to unusual properties of the shroud's image, such as its three-dimensional qualities and the fact that it appears to have been created without the use of pigments or dyes. Some researchers have proposed that the image could have been formed through a chemical reaction, possibly caused by the body's decomposition or a burst of radiant energy. These anomalies have kept the debate alive, with some scientists and historians continuing to explore the possibility that the shroud could be far older than the medieval period. The religious significance of the Shroud of Turin cannot be overstated. For millions of Christians, it represents a tangible link to the life and death of Jesus, a physical relic that bridges faith and history. Pilgrims from around the world travel to see it during rare public exhibitions, drawn by its powerful symbolism and the sense of connection it inspires. Yet for others, the shroud remains a fascinating puzzle, a testament to the ingenuity of medieval artisans, or perhaps an artifact that defies easy explanation. What makes the Shroud of Turin so compelling is not just the question of its authenticity, but what it reveals about our fascination with the past. It challenges us to grapple with the intersection of faith, science, and history, inviting us to consider how we interpret evidence and what we choose to believe. Whether it's a sacred relic or an extraordinary hoax, the Shroud continues to captivate, its mysteries as alive today as they were centuries ago. As we reflect on the enduring enigma of the Shroud of Turin, we're reminded that it's just one of many artifacts that blur the line between the sacred and the secular. The Shadows of Antiquity are filled with relics that inspire awe and skepticism in equal measure, each one a testament to humanity's enduring quest for meaning and connection. And as we turn our attention to the next mystery, we'll explore another artifact steeped in spiritual significance, one that has sparked its own share of debate and wonder, offering yet another glimpse into the mysteries of our shared past. Far out in the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, on one of the most remote islands in the world, stand the enigmatic Moai, the towering stone statues of Easter Island. These monolithic figures, carved with striking features and solemn expressions, have long captured the imagination of explorers, archaeologists, and curious minds alike. With some weighing up to 80 tons and standing as tall as 33 feet, the Moai are a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance. But how did the Rapa Nui people, living on an isolated island with limited resources, manage to carve, transport, and erect these colossal statues? The answer to this question remains one of history's most enduring mysteries. The creation of the Moai began around 1200 CE, during a period of cultural flourishing for the Rapa Nui. Using only stone tools, artisans carved the statues directly from the volcanic rock of the Rongorongo quarry, shaping them with remarkable precision. Each Moai was crafted to represent a deified ancestor, embodying the spiritual and political power of the island's clans. Once completed, the statues were transported, sometimes over several miles, to their final resting places on stone platforms called ahu, which were often located near the coast. But how did they move these massive stones across rugged terrain without the use of wheels, animals, or advanced machinery? One of the most widely accepted theories, supported by both archaeological evidence and oral tradition, suggests that the Rapa Nui used a combination of ropes, wooden sledges, and sheer manpower to move the statues. In a remarkable feat of engineering, they may have walked the Moai by rocking them from side to side, a method demonstrated in modern experiments. This technique, while labor-intensive, would have allowed them to transport the statues over relatively long distances. However, not everyone agrees with this theory. Some researchers propose that the Moai were dragged on wooden rollers or even floated on large wooden sledges, though the scarcity of trees on the island makes this idea controversial. The cultural significance of the Moai to the Rapa Nui people cannot be overstated. These statues were more than just art. They were a profound expression of identity, spirituality, and connection to the land. Each Moai was believed to hold mana, a sacred power that protected the community and ensured prosperity. The placement of the statues along the coastline, facing inward toward the island, symbolized their role as guardians, watching over the people and their ancestors. Yet the construction of the Moai came at a cost. The intensive labor and resource use, combined with environmental pressures like deforestation, may have contributed to the island's ecological decline and the eventual collapse of its society. This raises a haunting question. How could such a small population, estimated to have been no more than a few thousand at its peak, achieve such monumental feats? The answer lies in their ingenuity, cooperation, and deep cultural motivation. The Rapa Nui people were driven by a shared belief in their ancestors' importance, a belief that united them in the pursuit of something greater than themselves. Their achievements remind us that even in the face of immense challenges, human determination and creativity can accomplish the extraordinary. The Moai of Easter Island are more than just ancient statues. They are a symbol of resilience and the enduring power of human ambition. They challenge us to consider the lengths to which people will go to honor their past and preserve their identity. And as we marvel at these stone giants, we're reminded that the shadows of antiquity are filled with other monumental works that defy explanation, structures and artifacts that continue to inspire awe and wonder, even as their secrets remain just out of reach. From the remote shores of Easter Island, we turn our attention to another ancient marvel, one that reveals the remarkable ways in which our ancestors harnessed their environment to create wonders that stand the test of time. What secrets does it hold, and what can it teach us about the civilizations that came before us? The answers, like the Moai themselves, are waiting to be uncovered. In the heart of China's Shaanxi province, beneath the Earth's surface, lies one of the most astonishing archaeological discoveries of the 20th century, the Terracotta Army. This vast collection of life-sized clay soldiers, horses, and chariots was unearthed in 1974 by farmers digging a well, and it has since captivated the world. Crafted over 2,000 years ago, the army was buried alongside China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, as a monumental guard to protect him in the afterlife. But this is no ordinary tomb. The sheer scale and intricacy of the Terracotta Army raise profound questions about the ambitions of its creator and the secrets that may still lie hidden within the emperor's untouched burial mound. The army itself is a marvel of ancient artistry and engineering. Each of the 8,000 soldiers is unique, with distinct facial features, expressions, and even hairstyles, reflecting the diversity of Qin Shi Huang's real-life military. Some stand tall with stern expressions, while others kneel, poised to fire their bows. The level of detail is staggering. Armor plates, weaponry, and even the tread on their boots are meticulously rendered. These figures were not mass-produced. They were crafted by teams of artisans who worked tirelessly to ensure no two soldiers were exactly alike. The army was also painted in vibrant colors, though much of this pigment has faded over the centuries, leaving behind the iconic terracotta hue we associate with them today. The purpose of the Terracotta Army goes beyond mere spectacle. Qin Shi Huang, who unified China and established the Qin dynasty, was obsessed with immortality. His tomb complex, which remains largely unexcavated, is believed to be a microcosm of his empire, complete with rivers of mercury, palaces, and treasures meant to accompany him into the afterlife. The Terracotta Army was his eternal guard, a symbol of his power and a means to ensure his protection in the next world. But what else lies within the tomb? Ancient texts describe it as a treasure trove filled with priceless artifacts, mechanical traps, and even a map of the heavens. Yet, out of respect for the emperor's legacy and concerns over preservation, the Chinese government has chosen not to fully excavate the site, leaving its secrets undisturbed. This decision has only fueled speculation. What could be hidden within the tomb's chambers? Could there be more terracotta figures, perhaps even entire armies yet to be discovered? Or might there be evidence of advanced technologies or knowledge that challenges our understanding of ancient China? The possibilities are as tantalizing as they are endless. The Terracotta Army reminds us that the past is not just a record of what we know, but a promise of what we might still uncover. As we marvel at this ancient wonder, we're reminded that the shadows of antiquity hold countless other burial sites filled with secrets waiting to be revealed. From the pyramids of Egypt to the tombs of Mesoamerica, these ancient resting places are more than just monuments to the dead. They are windows into the beliefs, ambitions, and ingenuity of the civilizations that built them. And as we turn our gaze to the next mystery, we'll explore another ancient site that challenges our understanding of the past, offering yet another glimpse into the extraordinary lengths our ancestors went to honor their rulers and secure their legacies for eternity. Hidden away in the arid caves near the Dead Sea, a discovery was made in the mid-20th century that would forever change our understanding of religious history. Known as the Dead Sea Scrolls, these ancient manuscripts are among the most significant archaeological finds of all time. Discovered between 1947 and 1956, the scrolls consist of thousands of fragments from more than 900 documents, including some of the oldest known copies of biblical texts. Written primarily in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek, these manuscripts date back to between the 3rd century BCE and the 1st century CE, offering an unparalleled glimpse into the religious and cultural world of ancient Judaism and early Christianity. The scrolls include portions of nearly every book of the Hebrew Bible, providing scholars with a rare opportunity to compare these ancient texts with later versions. This has allowed researchers to trace the evolution of biblical texts over time, revealing subtle yet meaningful changes in language and interpretation. But the Dead Sea Scrolls are more than just biblical manuscripts. They also contain a wealth of non-biblical writings, including hymns, prayers, commentaries, and community rules. Among the most intriguing are the sectarian texts, which describe the beliefs and practices of a Jewish sect believed to be the Essenes. These documents suggest that the community lived in isolation, adhering to strict religious laws and anticipating a coming apocalypse. The significance of the Dead Sea Scrolls extends far beyond their content. Their discovery has deepened our understanding of the diversity of Jewish thought and practice during the Second Temple period, a time of profound religious and political upheaval. They also shed light on the origins of Christianity, offering context for the New Testament and the world in which Jesus lived. For scholars, the scrolls are a treasure trove of information, providing insights into everything from ancient scribal practices to the development of Jewish theology. Yet, the Dead Sea Scrolls are not without controversy. One of the most enduring debates centers on their authorship. While many believe the Essenes were responsible for creating and preserving the scrolls, others argue that they could have been written by a variety of Jewish groups. The scrolls' discovery near the ruins of Qumran, believed to be an Essene settlement, supports the theory of a single community. However, some scholars point to the diversity of the texts as evidence of multiple authors and origins. Another mystery lies in the scrolls' remarkable preservation. The dry, stable climate of the Dead Sea region, combined with the protective environment of the caves, allowed these fragile documents to survive for over 2 millennia. This extraordinary preservation has given us a rare window into the past, but it has also raised questions about how much more might still be hidden in the region's unexplored caves. Could there be other scrolls, perhaps even older or more revealing, waiting to be discovered? The Dead Sea Scrolls remind us that ancient texts are more than just historical artifacts. They are living links to the past, offering insights that continue to shape our understanding of history, religion, and culture. They challenge us to reconsider what we know about the ancient world and the people who shaped it. As we reflect on their enduring legacy, we're reminded that the Shadows of Antiquity hold countless other documents and inscriptions, each one a key to unlocking the mysteries of our shared past. From the caves of the Dead Sea, we turn our attention to another ancient text, one that has sparked its own share of intrigue and debate. This mysterious manuscript, written in an unknown language, has defied all attempts at translation, leaving scholars to wonder if its secrets will ever be revealed. What does it contain, and why has it remained undeciphered for centuries? The answers, like the scrolls themselves, remain tantalizingly out of reach, waiting for the light of discovery to illuminate them. Standing guard over the Giza Plateau, the Great Sphinx of Egypt has long been a symbol of mystery and majesty. With the body of a lion and the head of a pharaoh, this colossal statue has weathered millennia of sandstorms, wars, and the passage of time. Yet, one of its most striking features is something that's no longer there: the Sphinx's nose. the missing nose has become an iconic part of its mystique, sparking endless speculation about how it was lost and what its absence might signify. Was it an act of deliberate destruction, a casualty of natural erosion, or something else entirely? The answer, much like the Sphinx itself, remains shrouded in enigma. One of the most enduring legends about the missing nose traces back to the 14th century, when an Arab historian named al-Makrizi claimed that a Sufi Muslim named Saim al-Dar deliberately defaced the Sphinx in the late 14th century. According to the story, al-Dar was outraged by the local farmers' reverence for the Sphinx, believing it to be idolatrous. In an act of iconoclasm, he supposedly destroyed the nose, leading to his execution by local authorities. While this tale has been widely circulated, there's little historical evidence to support it. In fact, some earlier depictions of the Sphinx, including sketches by European travelers in the 15th century, already show the nose missing, suggesting its disappearance occurred long before al-Dar's time. Another theory points to natural erosion as the culprit. The Sphinx, carved from a single block of limestone, is particularly vulnerable to weathering. Over thousands of years, wind, sand, and occasional rain may have worn down the softer stone of the nose, causing it to crumble away. This explanation aligns with the fact that other parts of the Sphinx, such as its beard and headdress, have also suffered significant damage over time. However, skeptics argue that the nose's absence appears too precise to be the result of random erosion, raising questions about whether human intervention played a role. Some historians propose that the nose's removal was a deliberate act of political or religious significance. In ancient Egypt, statues were often defaced to strip them of their power or to erase the legacy of a disgraced ruler. Could the Sphinx's nose have been targeted as part of such a campaign? Alternatively, the nose might have been removed during the Napoleonic era, when French soldiers allegedly used the Sphinx for target practice. While this story is popular, it's largely debunked by historical records, which show that the nose was already missing before Napoleon's arrival in Egypt. The Sphinx's missing nose is more than just a physical absence, it's a symbol of the statue's enduring mystery. For the ancient Egyptians, the Sphinx represented the pharaoh's divine authority and the sun god Ra's protective power. Its imposing presence was meant to inspire awe and reverence, a reminder of humanity's connection to the divine. The loss of its nose, whether through accident or intent, adds another layer of intrigue to its story, inviting us to ponder the forces that have shaped its existence over the centuries. As we contemplate the Sphinx's enigmatic past, we're reminded that it's just one of many ancient monuments bearing the scars of time. From the broken noses of Roman statues to the weathered facades of Mayan temples, these damaged relics tell a story of human ambition, resilience, and the relentless passage of time. Each mark, each missing piece, is a clue to the lives and events that have shaped our world. With that in mind, we turn our attention to another ancient wonder, one that, like the Sphinx, stands as a testament to the ingenuity and ambition of its creators. But this time, the mystery lies not in what's missing, but in what's hidden beneath the surface. What secrets does it hold, and what can it teach us about the civilizations that came before us? The answers, like the Sphinx's missing nose, are waiting to be uncovered. Among the many Dead Sea Scrolls, one stands out not for its religious or historical significance, but for something far more tantalizing, a secret that has captivated treasure hunters and scholars alike for decades. Known as the Copper Scroll, this unique document is unlike any other. While most of the Dead Sea Scrolls are written on parchment or papyrus, this one is etched onto sheets of copper, a material chosen not for its durability but for its permanence. The reason the Copper Scroll is not a sacred text or a philosophical treatise, it's a treasure map. Discovered in 1952 in a cave near Qumran, the Copper Scroll lists 64 locations where vast amounts of gold, silver, and precious artifacts are said to be hidden. The quantities are staggering: over 4,600 talents of silver, nearly 1,300 talents of gold, and countless other treasures, including precious stones, ritual objects, and even additional scrolls. If the figures are accurate, the total value of the treasure would be worth billions of dollars today. But here's the catch: the directions to these treasures are anything but straightforward. Written in a cryptic, almost poetic style, the scroll describes landmarks, distances, and specific hiding spots in ways that are maddeningly vague. Phrases like "in the ruin that is in the valley of Akka" or "under the steps of the Eastern Gate" leave much to the imagination and even more to interpretation. Theories about the treasure's origins and location are as varied as they are intriguing. Some believe it represents the wealth of the Jewish temple in Jerusalem, hidden away before the Roman destruction of the city in 70 CE. Others suggest it could be the accumulated riches of the Essene community, the sect believed to have authored many of the Dead Sea Scrolls. There's even a theory that the treasure might have belonged to the infamous Bar Kokhba rebels who rose against Roman rule in the 2nd century CE. But despite decades of searching, no one has definitively located any of the treasures listed in the scroll. Deciphering the Copper Scroll's instructions has proven to be a monumental challenge. The landmarks described in the text may no longer exist, or their names may have changed over the centuries. Some of the locations could be buried under modern cities or lost to the shifting sands of time. Even the language of the scroll presents difficulties. Its mix of Hebrew and Greek, combined with its unusual phrasing, has left scholars scratching their heads. Modern technology, like ground-penetrating radar and satellite imaging, has offered new tools for the search, but the scroll's secrets remain stubbornly out of reach. What makes the Copper Scroll so captivating isn't just the promise of untold riches, it's the idea that somewhere out there, hidden beneath the earth, lies a treasure that could rewrite history. The scroll taps into a universal fascination with hidden wealth, a theme that has inspired countless legends, from the lost gold of El Dorado to the buried pirate hordes of the Caribbean. It's a reminder that the past is full of stories waiting to be uncovered, each one holding the potential to change how we see the world. As we ponder the mysteries of the Copper Scroll, we're reminded that ancient artifacts often hold more than just historical value. They carry clues to untold riches, both literal and metaphorical. From the treasures of the past to the discoveries yet to come, the shadows of antiquity are filled with secrets that continue to inspire and challenge us. And as we turn our attention to the next mystery, we'll explore another artifact steeped in intrigue, one that reveals the extraordinary lengths our ancestors went to preserve their legacies, often in ways that defy our modern understanding. Deep in the lush hills of China's Zhejiang province lies a network of caves so vast, so meticulously crafted, that their existence defies easy explanation. Known as the Longyu Caves, these subterranean wonders were discovered in 1992 by local villagers draining a pond. What they uncovered was astonishing: a series of massive hand-carved caverns, each one a testament to the skill and determination of its creators. The caves stretch over 30,000 square meters, with ceilings soaring as high as 30 meters and walls adorned with intricate patterns of parallel chisel marks. But what makes the Longyu Caves truly remarkable isn't just their scale. It's the mystery surrounding their purpose and the sheer effort required to create them. The construction of the Longyu Caves would have been a monumental undertaking, even by modern standards. Archaeologists estimate that over 1 million cubic meters of stone were removed to create these caverns, an effort that would have required the labor of thousands of workers over decades. The precision of the work is equally striking. The walls are carved at a consistent 60-degree angle, and the ceilings are smooth and flat with no visible signs of collapse or error. Yet, despite their obvious sophistication, there are no historical records, no inscriptions, and no written accounts that mention the caves or their construction. It's as if they were carved in secret, their purpose known only to those who built them. This absence of documentation has led to a flurry of theories about the cave's origins and function. Some researchers believe they were used as mining quarries, providing stone for nearby construction projects. However, the lack of tool marks or debris in the caves makes this theory unlikely. Others suggest they may have served as storage facilities, military bunkers, or even ceremonial spaces. The cave's design, with their interconnected chambers and precise engineering, hints at a purpose that was both practical and profound. One of the most intriguing theories is that the caves were part of a larger, undiscovered complex, possibly linked to the ancient Chinese practice of feng shui or as a hidden refuge during times of war. The sheer scale of the Longyu Caves raises another question. What drove ancient people to undertake such an enormous project? Was it a display of power, a religious endeavor, or something else entirely? The effort required to carve these caves would have demanded not only immense physical labor, but also a high degree of organization and planning. This suggests that the society responsible for their creation was far more advanced than we've traditionally given them credit for. Yet, without written records or clear archaeological evidence, the answers remain elusive. What makes the Longyu Caves so captivating is not just their physical grandeur, but what they represent: a window into a world where human ambition and ingenuity knew no bounds. They challenge us to reconsider what we think we know about ancient civilizations and the lengths to which they were willing to go to achieve their goals. And as we stand in awe of these underground marvels, we're reminded that the shadows of antiquity are filled with other monumental works, each one a puzzle waiting to be solved. From the depths of the Longyu Caves, we turn our attention to another underground wonder, one that has sparked its own share of speculation and intrigue. This ancient structure, hidden beneath the Earth's surface, offers a glimpse into the extraordinary ways our ancestors shaped their world, often leaving behind secrets that continue to captivate us to this day. What mysteries does it hold, and what can it teach us about the civilizations that came before us? The answers, like the Longyu Caves themselves, remain just out of reach, waiting for the light of discovery to reveal them. Beneath the sun-soaked ruins of ancient Crete lies an artifact so enigmatic that it has defied explanation for over a century. Known as the Phaistos disc, this small clay object, roughly the size of a dinner plate, is covered on both sides with a spiraling array of symbols, 241 in total. Discovered in 1908 by Italian archaeologist Luigi Pernia, the disc dates back to the 2nd millennium BCE, making it one of the oldest examples of a stamped text in human history. But what do these symbols mean, and why has this seemingly simple object remained one of the most enduring puzzles of the ancient world? The symbols on the Phaistos disc are unlike anything else found in Minoan archaeology. Arranged in a spiral pattern, they depict a variety of images, including human figures, animals, plants, and abstract shapes. Each symbol was pressed into the clay using individual stamps, a technique that suggests the disc was part of a larger system of writing. Yet, despite its apparent sophistication, no other examples of this script have ever been discovered, leaving scholars to wonder if it was a unique creation or part of a lost tradition. Deciphering the disc has proven to be a monumental challenge. Over the years, countless theories have been proposed, ranging from the plausible to the fantastical. Some researchers believe the symbols represent a form of early writing, possibly a religious hymn, a calendar, or even a board game. Others suggest the disc could be a record of ancient trade routes or a coded message meant for a specific audience. One of the most intriguing theories is that the symbols are a form of proto-writing, an early attempt to convey language visually before the development of a fully formed script. However, without a Rosetta Stone to provide a key, the disk's meaning remains elusive. The cultural significance of the Phaistos disk cannot be overstated. As one of the few surviving artifacts from the Minoan civilization, it offers a rare glimpse into a society that flourished on Crete over 3,000 years ago. The Minoans were known for their advanced art, architecture, and maritime trade, and the disk may hold clues to their daily life, beliefs, or administrative practices. Yet, its isolation as a unique artifact raises questions about its purpose. Was it a ceremonial object, a piece of propaganda, or something entirely different? The answers, like the symbols themselves, remain tantalizingly out of reach. What makes the Phaistos disk so captivating is not just its mystery but what it represents, a reminder of how much we still have to learn about the ancient world. It challenges us to reconsider the boundaries of human creativity and the ways in which early civilizations communicated and recorded their knowledge. The disk also highlights the fragility of history. Without a key to unlock its secrets, we may never fully understand its meaning. As we ponder the enigma of the Phaistos disk, we're reminded that the shadows of antiquity are filled with other ancient scripts and symbols, each one a potential key to unlocking the past. From the hieroglyphs of Egypt to the cuneiform tablets of Mesopotamia, these writings hold the stories of civilizations long gone, waiting for the right moment to be deciphered. And as we turn our attention to the next mystery, we'll explore another ancient text, one that has sparked its own share of intrigue and debate, offering yet another glimpse into the extraordinary ways our ancestors sought to preserve their knowledge and beliefs. What secrets does it hold, and what can it teach us about the civilizations that came before us? The answers, like the symbols on the Phaistos disk, remain just out of reach, waiting for the light of discovery to illuminate them. Perched high above the city of Cusco in Peru, the ancient fortress of Sacsayhuaman stands as a testament to the extraordinary skill and ingenuity of the Inca civilization. Its most striking feature, the massive, precision-cut stone walls that form the foundation of this sprawling complex. These stones, some weighing over 100 tons, are fitted together so tightly that not even a piece of paper can slip between them. The question that has baffled historians and engineers alike is simple yet profound. How did the Inca achieve such remarkable precision without the use of mortar or modern tools? Theories about the construction techniques used at Sacsayhuaman are as varied as they are fascinating. Some researchers propose that the Inca employed a method known as ashlar masonry, where stones are carefully shaped and polished to fit together perfectly. This would have required an incredible amount of patience and skill, with workers using simple tools like bronze chisels and stone hammers to carve each block to exact specifications. Other theories suggest that the stones were softened using a plant-based solution, making them easier to shape before they hardened again. While this idea is intriguing, there's little concrete evidence to support it. Another possibility is that the Inca used a trial and error approach, gradually refining the fit of each stone over time. This method, though labor-intensive, would explain the seamless joints and irregular shapes of the stones, which seem to interlock like a giant three-dimensional puzzle. The precision of the walls isn't just a technical marvel, it's also a testament to the Incas' deep understanding of geometry and their ability to work in harmony with natural materials. Beyond its engineering feats, Sacsayhuaman holds immense cultural and historical significance. Built during the reign of the Inca Emperor Pachacuti in the 15th century, the fortress served as both a military stronghold and a ceremonial site. Its zigzagging walls, which some believe represent the teeth of a puma, a sacred animal in Inca cosmology, symbolize strength and protection. The site was also a place of worship where rituals honoring the sun god Inti were performed. For the Inca, Sacsayhuaman was more than just a fortress. It was a physical manifestation of their connection to the divine and their mastery over the natural world. The mystery of Sacsayhuaman's construction isn't just about how the Inca built it, it's also about why they went to such extraordinary lengths. The effort required to quarry, transport, and fit these massive stones would have been immense, demanding not only physical labor but also a high degree of organization and communal effort. This raises a deeper question. What drove the Inca to create such a monumental structure? Was it a display of power, a spiritual endeavor, or a combination of both? As we marvel at the precision and grandeur of Sacsayhuaman, we're reminded that it's just one of many ancient structures that challenge our understanding of early engineering. From the pyramids of Egypt to the stone walls of Machu Picchu, these monuments stand as enduring testaments to human ingenuity and ambition. And as we turn our attention to the next mystery, we'll explore another ancient wonder, one that reveals the extraordinary ways our ancestors harnessed their environment to create structures that continue to inspire awe and wonder to this day. What secrets does it hold, and what can it teach us about the civilizations that came before us? The answers, like the stones of Sacsayhuaman, are waiting to be uncovered. Tucked away on a small island off the coast of Nova Scotia lies a mystery that has lured treasure hunters and adventurers for over 2 centuries, the Oak Island Money Pit. This enigmatic site, shrouded in legend and speculation, has become one of the most enduring puzzles in the world of treasure hunting. The story begins in 1795, when a teenager named Daniel Maginnis discovered a peculiar depression in the ground, marked by an old oak tree with a block and tackle hanging from one of its branches. Convinced he had stumbled upon something extraordinary, Maginnis and his friends began digging, uncovering layers of logs, clay, and even coconut fibers, materials that hinted at something far more than a natural formation. Over the years, the Money Pit has sparked countless expeditions, each one more ambitious than the last. Excavators have encountered a series of baffling obstacles, from underground flood tunnels to layers of wooden platforms, all seemingly designed to protect whatever lies at the bottom. Theories about what might be buried there range from the plausible to the fantastical. Some believe the pit contains pirate treasure, possibly the spoils of Captain Kidd or Blackbeard. Others suggest it could be the hiding place of the lost jewels of Marie Antoinette, smuggled out of France during the Revolution. There are even those who propose it holds religious artifacts such as the Ark of the Covenant or manuscripts from the Knights Templar. Despite the allure of these theories, the Money Pit has proven frustratingly elusive. Every attempt to reach its depths has been thwarted by flooding, cave-ins, or unexplained setbacks, leading some to speculate that the pit is cursed. The most famous of these incidents occurred in 1861, when a group of excavators triggered a flood tunnel, filling the pit with seawater and dashing their hopes of discovering its secrets. Modern technology, including ground-penetrating radar and sonar, has offered new tools for exploration, but the Money Pit continues to guard its secrets. What makes the Oak Island Money Pit so captivating isn't just the promise of treasure. It's the story it represents. The pit has become a symbol of human curiosity and determination, a testament to our unshakable belief that there's something extraordinary waiting to be discovered. It's a reminder that the pursuit of mystery is as much about the journey as it is about the destination. For generations, treasure hunters have been drawn to Oak Island, not just by the possibility of riches, but by the thrill of the unknown. The enduring fascination with the Money Pit also speaks to a larger truth about our relationship with the past. Ancient legends and unsolved mysteries have a way of capturing our imagination, inspiring us to explore, question, and dream. They remind us that history is not just a record of what we know, but a promise of what we might still uncover. And as we turn our attention to the next mystery, we'll explore another ancient enigma, one that reveals how the legends of the past continue to shape our quests for discovery in the present. From the flooded tunnels of Oak Island, we journey to a site where ancient myth and modern exploration collide, offering yet another glimpse into the extraordinary ways our ancestors left their mark on the world. What secrets does it hold, and what can it teach us about the civilizations that came before us? The answers, like the treasures of Oak Island, remain just out of reach, waiting for the light of discovery to reveal them. Nestled in the rugged highlands of northern Laos lies a landscape that feels almost otherworldly, the Plain of Jars. Stretching across miles of rolling hills and dense forests, this ancient site is home to thousands of massive stone jars, some standing over 9 feet tall and weighing several tons. Scattered in clusters, these enigmatic vessels have puzzled archaeologists and visitors alike for decades. Who created them? What purpose did they serve? And why were they placed in such a remote and inhospitable region? The answers remain as elusive as the mists that often shroud these highlands. Theories about the Plain of Jars are as varied as the jars themselves. One of the most widely accepted ideas is that they served as burial urns, holding the remains of the dead in a ritualistic practice. Excavations have uncovered human remains, pottery fragments, and other artifacts near the jars, lending some support to this theory. However, not all jars contain such evidence, leaving room for alternative interpretations. Some researchers suggest they might have been used to store food, water, or even fermenting beverages, serving as communal storage for ancient settlements. Others propose a more ceremonial role, with the jars acting as vessels for offerings or markers for sacred sites. Adding to the mystery is the sheer scale of the Plain of Jars. Over 90 sites have been identified, each containing anywhere from a few dozen to hundreds of jars. The largest site, known as Site 1, features over 300 jars, some weighing up to 30 tons. The effort required to carve these massive vessels from solid stone, transport them to their current locations, and arrange them so deliberately speaks to a highly organized and resourceful society. Yet, almost nothing is known about the people who created them. The absence of written records or definitive artifacts makes it difficult to piece together their story, leaving us to rely on speculation and educated guesses. Studying the Plain of Jars is not just an intellectual challenge, it's a physical one too. The region's remote and rugged terrain makes access difficult, but the greater danger lies in the remnants of war. During the Vietnam War, Laos became one of the most heavily bombed countries in history, and unexploded ordnance still litters the landscape. This deadly legacy has hindered archaeological exploration and poses a constant risk to researchers and locals alike. Efforts to clear the area have been ongoing, but progress is slow, and the danger remains a significant barrier to fully understanding this extraordinary site. The Plain of Jars is more than just a collection of ancient artifacts. It's a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the people who created it. It challenges us to reconsider what we know about ancient cultures and the ways they interacted with their environment. The jars stand as silent witnesses to a time long past, their purpose and origins still shrouded in mystery. As we contemplate their meaning, we're reminded that the past is filled with such enigmas, each one offering a glimpse into the lives and beliefs of those who came before us. From the highlands of Laos, we turn our gaze to another ancient landscape, one equally steeped in mystery and wonder. What secrets does it hold, and what can it teach us about the civilizations that shaped it? The answers, like the jars themselves, are waiting to be uncovered. In the quiet countryside of Brittany, France, lies one of the most extraordinary collections of prehistoric monuments in the world, the Karnak stones. Stretching across the landscape like a giant puzzle frozen in time, this site features over 3,000 standing stones arranged in rows, circles, and clusters. Some of these megaliths tower over 20 feet tall, while others are more modest in size, but all share a common mystery. Why were they placed here, and what purpose did they serve? The Karnak stones are not just a marvel of ancient engineering. They are a window into a world that existed long before written history, a world driven by beliefs and practices we can only begin to imagine. Theories about the Karnak stones are as varied as the stones themselves. One of the most compelling ideas is that they served as an astronomical calendar, their alignments marking the movements of the sun, moon, and stars. Some researchers have noted that certain rows of stones point toward solstice sunrises or other celestial events, suggesting they may have been used to track time or predict seasonal changes. This theory aligns with a broader understanding of prehistoric cultures, many of which placed great importance on the cycles of nature. Others propose a more spiritual explanation, arguing that the stones were part of religious or ceremonial practices. The sheer scale of the site, with its rows stretching for miles, suggests it was a place of great significance, possibly used for rituals, offerings, or gatherings. The stones might have been seen as sacred objects, imbued with power or meaning that connected the people to their gods or ancestors. Some even speculate that the stones were markers for burial sites or territorial boundaries, though evidence for these theories remains scarce. The cultural significance of the Karnak stones is undeniable. Dating back to the Neolithic period, around 4,500 BCE, they represent one of the earliest examples of large-scale human construction in Europe. The effort required to quarry, transport, and erect these stones would have been immense, demanding not only physical labor but also a high degree of organization and communal effort. This raises a profound question. What drove ancient people to undertake such a monumental project? Was it a desire to honor their gods, to mark their territory, or to create a lasting legacy for future generations? Studying the Karnak stones is not without its challenges. Over the centuries, many of the stones have been moved, damaged, or repurposed for other construction projects, making it difficult to reconstruct their original arrangement or meaning. Additionally, the lack of written records from the Neolithic period leaves us to rely on archaeological evidence and educated speculation. Yet, despite these obstacles, the stones continue to captivate researchers and visitors alike, their silent presence a reminder of the ingenuity and ambition of our ancestors. The Karnak stones are more than just a collection of ancient rocks. They are a testament to the human drive to create, to connect, and to leave a mark on the world. They challenge us to reconsider what we know about prehistoric societies and the ways they interacted with their environment. As we stand among these towering megaliths, we're reminded that the past is filled with such enigmas, each one offering a glimpse into the lives and beliefs of those who came before us. From the rolling fields of Brittany, we turn our attention to another ancient site, one that reveals the extraordinary ways our ancestors sought to honor their gods and preserve their legacies. What secrets does it hold, and what can it teach us about the civilizations that shaped it? The answers, like the Karnak stones themselves, are waiting to be uncovered. Hidden within the bustling streets of modern Baghdad are remnants of a time when craftsmanship and artistry reached heights that still leave us in awe today. These are the Baghdad doors, ancient wooden doors adorned with intricate carvings, inscriptions, and designs that tell stories of a bygone era. Dating back to the Abbasid Caliphate, which flourished between the 8th and 13th centuries, these doors are more than just functional objects. They are masterpieces of woodworking, bearing the mark of skilled artisans whose techniques and creativity continue to inspire. The Baghdad doors are not just visually stunning, they are also deeply symbolic. Some theories suggest they were created as religious artifacts, possibly serving as entrances to mosques, shrines, or other sacred spaces. The carvings often feature geometric patterns, floral motifs, and verses from the Quran, reflecting the Islamic emphasis on beauty and spirituality. Others propose that these doors were symbols of royal power, adorning the palaces of caliphs and wealthy elites as a testament to their status and influence. The intricate designs may have also served as a form of communication, conveying messages of faith, authority, or protection to those who passed through them. What makes the Baghdad doors particularly remarkable is the level of detail and precision in their construction. Using only hand tools, artisans carved delicate patterns into solid wood, often incorporating inlays of ivory, mother of pearl, or metal to enhance their beauty. The doors were designed not just to impress but to endure, standing as a testament to the durability of materials and the skill of their creators. Yet, despite their strength, the passage of time has taken its toll. Many of these doors have been lost to decay, war, or neglect, leaving only a handful of surviving examples to tell their story. Preserving the Baghdad doors presents unique challenges. Wood, unlike stone or metal, is vulnerable to environmental factors like humidity, pests, and temperature changes. Efforts to restore and protect these artifacts require a delicate balance between maintaining their original integrity and ensuring they can withstand the test of time. Modern conservation techniques such as climate-controlled environments and advanced imaging to document their designs offer hope for their survival. But the work is far from easy, and each door represents a race against time to preserve a piece of history. The Baghdad doors are more than just relics of the past. They are a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of ancient artisans. They remind us that even everyday objects like doors could be transformed into works of art, imbued with meaning and purpose. Through their intricate carvings and enduring beauty, they offer a glimpse into a world where craftsmanship was not just a skill but a form of expression, a way to connect with the divine, the powerful, and the eternal. As we marvel at the artistry of the Baghdad doors, we're reminded that the shadows of antiquity are filled with other artifacts that reveal the extraordinary talents of their creators. From the delicate carvings of ancient temples to the monumental sculptures of forgotten empires, each piece tells a story of human creativity and ambition. And as we turn our attention to the next mystery, we'll explore another ancient wonder, one that showcases the artistry of its makers in ways that continue to captivate and inspire us to this day. What secrets does it hold, and what can it teach us about the civilizations that shaped it? The answers, like the intricate patterns of the Baghdad doors, are waiting to be uncovered. In the rolling hills of southeastern Turkey, an archaeological discovery has turned our understanding of human history on its head. Known as Göbekli Tepe, this ancient site is unlike anything else from its time. Built over 11,000 years ago, long before the rise of agriculture or the invention of writing, it predates Stonehenge by a staggering 6,000 years. What makes Göbekli Tepe so extraordinary isn't just its age but its complexity. Massive stone pillars, some weighing up to 20 tons, are arranged in circular formations and adorned with intricate carvings of animals, abstract symbols, and humanoid figures. These carvings are more than just decorative. They tell a story, one that hints at a society far more advanced than we once believed possible for its time. Theories about Göbekli Tepe's purpose are as varied as they are fascinating. Some researchers believe it was a religious or ceremonial site, a place where early hunter-gatherers gathered to perform rituals, honor their gods, or mark significant astronomical events. The carvings, which include depictions of lions, foxes, and vultures, might have held symbolic meaning, possibly representing spiritual beliefs or clan identities. Others suggest that Göbekli Tepe was a social hub, a place where scattered groups came together to exchange knowledge, goods, or alliances. What's clear is that the site required a high degree of organization and cooperation to build, challenging the long-held assumption that complex societies only emerged after the advent of agriculture. Studying Göbekli Tepe presents unique challenges. The site's age means that much of its context has been lost to time. Without written records or clear archaeological evidence, researchers must rely on the stones themselves to piece together the story. The carvings, while striking, are difficult to interpret, leaving room for speculation and debate. Additionally, the site's construction raises questions about the tools and techniques available to its builders. How did a society without metal tools or wheels manage to quarry, transport, and erect such massive stones? The answer remains elusive, but the effort required suggests a level of ingenuity and determination that reshapes our view of prehistoric humans. The implications of Göbekli Tepe are profound. If this site was built by hunter-gatherers, it suggests that complex social structures and symbolic thinking existed long before the rise of settled societies. This challenges the traditional narrative of human progress, which assumes that agriculture and permanent settlements were prerequisites for large-scale projects. Göbekli Tepe forces us to reconsider what we know about the origins of civilization and the capabilities of our ancestors. It's a reminder that history is not a straight line but a complex web of discoveries, innovations, and cultural shifts. What drove ancient people to build such a monumental site? Was it a spiritual calling, a communal effort to unify scattered groups, or something else entirely? The answer may lie in the very stones of Göbekli Tepe, waiting for us to uncover it. As we reflect on this extraordinary site, we're reminded that the shadows of antiquity hold countless other secrets, each one offering a glimpse into the lives and beliefs of those who came before us. From the enigmatic pillars of Göbekli Tepe, we turn our attention to another ancient site that challenges our understanding of human history, a place where the boundaries of time and technology blur, offering yet another glimpse into the extraordinary achievements of our ancestors. What mysteries does it hold, and what can it teach us about the civilizations that shaped it? The answers, like the stones of Göbekli Tepe, are waiting to be uncovered. In the fertile plains of Lebanon's Bekaa Valley, the ancient site of Baalbek stands as a testament to human ambition and engineering prowess. At the heart of this archaeological wonder lies a mystery that has baffled experts for centuries: the Baalbek stones. These colossal blocks, some weighing over 800 tons, form the foundation of the Temple of Jupiter, one of the largest religious structures ever built by the Romans. But what makes these stones truly extraordinary isn't just their size. It's the question of how they were moved and precisely positioned without the aid of modern machinery. The largest of these stones, known as the Stone of the Pregnant Woman, measures an astonishing 64 feet in length and weighs an estimated 1,000 tons. To put that into perspective, it's heavier than 3 fully loaded Boeing 747 airplanes. The sheer scale of these stones raises a profound question. How did ancient builders manage to quarry, transport, and lift such massive blocks? Theories abound, but none offer a definitive answer. Some researchers suggest that the stones were moved using a combination of wooden rollers, sledges, and sheer manpower, with hundreds of workers pulling them across carefully prepared tracks. Others propose that the Romans might have used advanced lifting devices, such as cranes powered by treadmills or pulleys, though no direct evidence of such technology has been found. Adding to the mystery is the precision with which these stones were placed. The blocks fit together so seamlessly that even today, it's nearly impossible to slip a piece of paper between them. This level of craftsmanship suggests a deep understanding of engineering principles, as well as an extraordinary degree of coordination and planning. The effort required to achieve this would have been immense, demanding not only physical labor, but also a high degree of mathematical and logistical skill. The cultural and historical significance of Baalbek cannot be overstated. Originally a Phoenician site dedicated to the god Baal, It was later transformed by the Romans into a grand complex honoring Jupiter, Venus, and Bacchus. The temple complex served as a center of religious and political power, attracting pilgrims and visitors from across the ancient world. The massive stones of Baalbek were more than just building materials. They were symbols of imperial might, a way for the Romans to assert their dominance and connect with the divine. Yet the question remains, how did ancient builders achieve such feats of engineering? The answer may lie in a combination of ingenuity, determination, and a deep respect for the materials they worked with. The stones of Baalbek remind us that even without modern technology, humans are capable of extraordinary accomplishments when driven by a shared vision and purpose. As we marvel at the monumental achievements of Baalbek, we're reminded that the ancient world is filled with similar wonders, each one a testament to the creativity and resourcefulness of our ancestors. From the towering pyramids of Egypt to the intricate stonework of Machu Picchu, these structures challenge us to reconsider what we know about the past and the people who shaped it. And as we turn our attention to the next mystery, we'll explore another ancient site that continues to defy explanation, offering yet another glimpse into the extraordinary ways our ancestors left their mark on the world. Off the southern coast of Japan, beneath the crystal-clear waters of the Pacific Ocean, lies a structure that has sparked one of the most heated debates in modern archaeology, the Yonaguni Monument. Discovered in 1986 by a local diver, this massive underwater rock formation stretches over 150 feet long and rises nearly 90 feet from the ocean floor. Its striking features, terraces, steps, and what appear to be perfectly straight edges, have led some to claim it's the remains of an ancient city lost to the sea thousands of years ago. But is it a product of human hands or simply the work of nature's patient sculpting? The controversy surrounding the Yonaguni Monument centers on its unusual geometry. The formation includes flat surfaces that resemble platforms, sharp angles that look like staircases, and even what some describe as a turtle-shaped structure. These features have fueled arguments that the site is man-made, possibly the work of an advanced civilization that predates known history. Proponents of this theory point to the precision of the angles and the symmetry of the formations as evidence of deliberate design. They suggest that the monument could be part of a larger complex, perhaps a temple or ceremonial site, submerged by rising sea levels at the end of the last ice age. However, not everyone is convinced. Geologists argue that the Yonaguni Monument could be the result of natural processes, such as tectonic activity and erosion. The region is prone to earthquakes, which can fracture and shift rock in ways that create surprisingly regular shapes. Additionally, the sandstone that makes up the formation is naturally prone to splitting along straight lines, which could explain the monument's seemingly artificial appearance. Skeptics also note that no definitive artifacts, such as tools or pottery, have been found at the site to support the idea of human involvement. The implications of the Yonaguni Monument are profound. If it is indeed man-made, it could rewrite our understanding of ancient civilizations, suggesting that advanced societies existed far earlier than previously thought. It might also hint at the existence of a lost culture in the Pacific, one capable of constructing monumental architecture in a time when human societies were believed to be far simpler. On the other hand, if it's purely natural, the monument serves as a fascinating example of how geological forces can mimic human craftsmanship, creating shapes that challenge our perceptions of what's possible. What makes the Yonaguni Monument so captivating is not just the mystery of its origins, but what it represents. A reminder that the ocean, which covers more than 70% of our planet, holds countless secrets waiting to be uncovered. It invites us to consider the possibility that beneath the waves lie traces of civilizations long forgotten, their stories preserved in stone and silt. As we ponder the enigma of the Yonaguni Monument, we're reminded that it's just one of many underwater sites that challenge our understanding of the past. From submerged cities like Pavloptri in Greece to the sunken ruins of Dwarka off the coast of India, the oceans are filled with mysteries that whisper of lost worlds and ancient achievements. What other secrets might lie hidden beneath the waves, waiting for the right moment to reveal themselves? The answers, like the waters themselves, remain deep and unknowable for now. Deep within the vaults of the National Library of Sweden lies a medieval manuscript so extraordinary that it has earned the nickname the Devil's Bible. Officially known as the Codex Gigas, this massive tome is not only one of the largest surviving medieval manuscripts in the world, but also one of the most enigmatic. Measuring nearly 3 feet in height and weighing over 160 pounds, the Codex Gigas is a marvel of craftsmanship and a repository of knowledge from the 13th century. Yet, what truly sets it apart is the legend surrounding its creation, and the haunting full-page illustration of the devil that has fueled centuries of speculation and intrigue. According to legend, the Codex Gigas was created by a monk who, facing execution for breaking his monastic vows, struck a desperate bargain. He promised to write the entire Bible along with a collection of other texts in a single night, a task that would have been impossible without supernatural aid. As the story goes, the monk called upon the devil to help him complete the manuscript, and in return, he included the infamous portrait of Satan himself. The illustration, which depicts the devil in vivid detail, has become one of the most iconic images in medieval art, its presence in a sacred text both shocking and mesmerizing. While the legend is undoubtedly captivating, the reality of the Codex Gigas is no less fascinating. The manuscript contains a complete Latin Bible, as well as historical texts, medical treatises, and even a calendar. The sheer volume of work required to produce such a book would have taken years, not a single night, and the handwriting is remarkably consistent, suggesting it was the work of a single scribe. This raises the question, who was this scribe and what drove them to undertake such an enormous task? The answer remains unknown, but the Codex Gigas stands as a testament to the dedication and skill of medieval scholars. Studying the Codex Gigas presents unique challenges. Its size and fragility make it difficult to handle, and the manuscript's age means that each page must be treated with the utmost care. Modern technology, such as high-resolution imaging, has allowed researchers to analyze the text and illustrations in greater detail, revealing hidden notes and corrections that offer glimpses into the scribe's process. Yet, despite these advancements, many questions remain unanswered. Why was such a massive manuscript created? What was the purpose of the devil's portrait, and how did it come to be associated with such a dark legend? The Codex Gigas continues to captivate historians and the public alike, not just for its size or its infamous illustration, but for what it represents: a bridge between the sacred and the profane, the known and the unknown. It challenges us to reconsider the boundaries of medieval art and literature, reminding us that even the most revered texts can hold secrets that defy easy explanation. As we turn the pages of this ancient manuscript, we're reminded that the shadows of antiquity are filled with other books and writings that hold dark and mysterious tales. From cursed grimoires to forbidden scrolls, these texts whisper of a time when knowledge was both revered and feared. And as we explore the next mystery, we'll uncover another artifact that blurs the line between history and legend, offering yet another glimpse into the extraordinary ways our ancestors sought to preserve their stories and beliefs. Rising from the windswept plains of Salisbury in England, Stonehenge stands as one of the most iconic and mysterious monuments of the ancient world. While its towering sarsen stones are impressive, it's the smaller blue stones that hold the key to one of its deepest enigmas. These bluestones, some weighing up to 4 tons, were transported over 150 miles from the Preseli Hills in Wales, a feat that has baffled archaeologists for centuries. How did ancient people move these massive stones across such a vast distance, and why did they go to such extraordinary lengths to do so? The journey of the bluestones is a story of determination and ingenuity. The most widely accepted theory is that the stones were transported by a combination of land and water routes. Some researchers suggest they were dragged on wooden sledges or rollers, while others propose they were floated on rafts along rivers and coastal waters. This would have required not only physical strength but also a sophisticated understanding of logistics and teamwork. Imagine the effort, hundreds of people working together, navigating challenging terrain, and overcoming obstacles to bring these stones to their final destination. The sheer scale of the operation speaks to a society with a shared vision and a deep sense of purpose. But why go to all this trouble? The answer may lie in the stones themselves. The bluestones are a type of volcanic rock known for its distinctive blue-gray hue, which becomes especially striking when wet. Some believe these stones held spiritual or healing properties, making them highly valuable to the people who transported them. Excavations at Stonehenge have uncovered evidence of cremated human remains, suggesting the site may have been a place of burial and ritual. Others propose that the bluestones were chosen for their connection to the landscape of Wales, linking Stonehenge to the ancestral homeland of its builders. Stonehenge's purpose goes beyond its stones. The monument is meticulously aligned with the movements of the sun, particularly during the solstices. During the summer solstice, the rising sun aligns perfectly with the heel stone, casting its rays into the heart of the stone circle. This alignment suggests that Stonehenge served as a celestial observatory, a place where ancient people could track the seasons and mark important astronomical events. For a society deeply connected to the rhythms of nature, this would have been a powerful way to understand and honor the cosmos. The cultural significance of Stonehenge cannot be overstated. It's a symbol of human ambition and creativity, a testament to what can be achieved when people come together with a shared goal. The effort to transport the bluestones, combined with the precision of the monument's design, reflects a society that valued both practicality and spirituality. Stonehenge is more than just a collection of stones. It's a window into the minds and hearts of the people who built it. Yet, the mystery of the bluestones is just one piece of the puzzle. Around the world, there are other ancient sites that challenge our understanding of the past. From the massive stone heads of Easter Island to the astronomical alignments of Machu Picchu, these monuments remind us that our ancestors were capable of extraordinary feats. What drove them to create such enduring legacies? The answers, like the stones of Stonehenge, remain shrouded in mystery, waiting for the light of discovery to reveal them. As we ponder the enigma of Stonehenge, we're reminded that the ancient world is filled with other monumental sites, each one a testament to human ingenuity and determination. What secrets do these places hold, and what can they teach us about the civilizations that shaped them? The journey of discovery continues as we turn our attention to another ancient wonder, one that reveals the extraordinary ways our ancestors sought to connect with the divine and the cosmos. Deep within the limestone hills of southwestern France lies a treasure trove of ancient artistry, the Lascaux cave paintings. Discovered in 1940 by 4 teenagers exploring with their dog, these stunning works of prehistoric art have captivated the world ever since. Dating back over 17,000 years, the paintings depict a vibrant array of animals: horses, bison, deer, and even mythical creatures rendered with such skill and detail that they seem to leap off the cave walls. But what drove early humans to create such masterpieces in the depths of a dark, inaccessible cave? The answer is as elusive as the shadows that dance across these ancient canvases. One of the most enduring theories about the Lascaux cave paintings is that they served a spiritual or ritualistic purpose. The animals depicted may have held symbolic meaning, representing totems or deities worshipped by the people of the time. Some researchers suggest the paintings were part of hunting rituals, intended to ensure a successful hunt or to honor the spirits of the animals. Others propose they were created as a form of storytelling, a way to pass down knowledge or myths from one generation to the next. The sheer variety of animals and the dynamic poses in which they're depicted hint at a deep connection between early humans and the natural world, one that went beyond mere survival. The techniques used to create these paintings are as fascinating as their subject matter. Using natural pigments made from minerals, charcoal, and ochre, the artists employed a variety of methods to bring their visions to life. They used their hands, brushes made from animal hair, and even hollow bones to blow pigment onto the walls, creating a form of prehistoric spray painting. The artists also took advantage of the cave's natural contours, using the curves and cracks in the rock to give their paintings a sense of depth and movement. This level of sophistication challenges the notion that early humans were primitive, revealing instead a society capable of remarkable creativity and innovation. The cultural significance of the Lascaux cave paintings cannot be overstated. They offer us a rare glimpse into the minds of our ancestors, revealing not just what they saw but how they thought and felt. These paintings are more than just art. They are a testament to the human impulse to create, to express, and to connect with something greater than ourselves. They remind us that even in the harshest of environments, humans have always found ways to leave their mark, to tell their stories, and to make sense of the world around them. Yet, the Lascaux cave paintings also pose challenges. Over the years, exposure to light, humidity, and carbon dioxide from visitors has threatened their preservation. In 1963, the caves were closed to the public to protect the delicate artwork, but replicas have been created to allow people to experience their beauty without causing further harm. This raises an important question. How do we balance our desire to connect with the past with the need to preserve it for future generations? The Lascaux cave paintings are a powerful reminder that art is one of humanity's oldest forms of communication. Through these ancient images, we can begin to understand the hopes, fears, and dreams of our distant ancestors. They invite us to imagine a time when the world was wild and untamed, and yet, even then, humans found ways to create beauty and meaning. As we marvel at the artistry of Lascaux, we're reminded that ancient art often holds the key to unlocking forgotten worlds. From the intricate carvings of Göbekli Tepe to the monumental statues of Easter Island, these creations offer us a window into the lives and beliefs of those who came before us. And as we turn our attention to the next mystery, we'll explore another ancient wonder, one that reveals the extraordinary ways our ancestors sought to leave their mark on the world, often in ways that continue to inspire and mystify us today. High in the Andes Mountains of Bolivia, perched at an altitude of over 12,000 feet, lies a relic that has puzzled archaeologists and historians for centuries, the Gate of the Sun. This massive stone arch, carved from a single block of andesite, stands as a silent sentinel to the ancient city of Tiahuanaco, a civilization that thrived long before the rise of the Inca Empire. Covered in intricate carvings of humanoid figures, celestial symbols, and geometric patterns, the Gate of the Sun is more than just a monument. It's a window into a culture that mastered stonework and astronomy in ways that still leave us in awe. The carvings on the Gate of the Sun are both beautiful and mysterious. At its center stands a figure often interpreted as a deity, possibly representing Viracocha, the creator god of Andean mythology. Surrounding this central figure are 48 smaller carvings arranged in 3 rows. Some believe these depict celestial beings or ancestral spirits, while others suggest they may represent a calendar or an astronomical code. The precision of the carvings, combined with their symbolic complexity, hints at a deep understanding of both art and science, a testament to the sophistication of the Tiahuanaco people. But what was the purpose of this monumental gate? Theories abound, each offering a different perspective on its significance. Some researchers propose it served as a ceremonial entrance, a portal through which only the most sacred rituals could pass. Others suggest it was an astronomical marker, its carvings aligned with the movements of the sun, moon, and stars to track time or predict seasonal changes. Another intriguing theory is that the gate was part of a larger complex, possibly a temple or a palace, symbolizing the connection between the earthly and the divine. Studying the Gate of the Sun is no easy task. The site's high altitude and harsh climate make it difficult for researchers to conduct prolonged excavations or analyses. Additionally, much of Tiahuanaco's history has been lost to time, with no written records to provide context for its artifacts. What little we know comes from archaeological evidence and the oral traditions of the Aymara people, who considered Tiahuanaco a sacred site. This lack of information has only deepened the mystery, leaving us to piece together the story of the gate through its carvings and the remnants of the civilization that created it. The cultural significance of the Gate of the Sun cannot be overstated. For the Tiahuanaco people, it was more than just a structure. It was a symbol of their connection to the cosmos, a way to honor their gods and ancestors. Its construction, which required extraordinary skill and effort, reflects a society that valued both spiritual and practical knowledge. The gate stands as a reminder of their ingenuity and their ability to create enduring monuments that continue to inspire and mystify us today. As we contemplate the enigma of the Gate of the Sun, we're reminded that it's just one of many ancient portals that challenge our understanding of the past. From the towering gates of Babylon to the mysterious arches of ancient Egypt, these structures invite us to explore the ways in which our ancestors sought to connect with the divine and the celestial. What other secrets might these gates hold, and what can they teach us about the civilizations that built them? The answers, like the carvings on the Gate of the Sun, remain tantalizingly out of reach, waiting for the light of discovery to reveal them. And so, as we step through the shadow of this ancient portal, we turn our gaze to another mystery, one that reveals the extraordinary ways our ancestors sought to bridge the gap between the earthly and the eternal. What lies beyond the next gate? The journey of discovery continues as we uncover yet another enigma that defies explanation and invites us to explore the timeless questions of human history. In the shadowed halls of the Temple of Hathor at Dendera, Egypt, lies a carving that has sparked one of the most intriguing debates in the study of ancient technology. Known as the Dendera Light, this bas-relief depicts what appears to be a large, bulb-like object supported by a stand, with a snake-like filament coiled inside. To some, it looks uncannily like a modern light bulb, complete with a power source and a glowing filament. Could this be evidence that the ancient Egyptians possessed knowledge of electricity, or is it simply a case of modern eyes seeing what they want to see? The answer lies at the intersection of art, science, and imagination. The relief, dating back to the Ptolemaic period around 2,000 years ago, is part of a larger series of carvings that decorate the temple's crypts. To Egyptologists, the so-called Dendera Light is not a depiction of an electric device, but a symbolic representation of a religious concept. The bulb is often interpreted as a lotus flower, a sacred symbol in Egyptian mythology, while the snake inside is thought to represent the god Harsomptos, a manifestation of the sun god Horus. The entire scene is believed to illustrate the creation myth, where the sun emerges from the lotus at dawn, bringing light and life to the world. This interpretation aligns with the temple's broader themes of rebirth and renewal, central to the worship of Hathor, the goddess of love, music, and fertility. However, the idea that the Dendera Light could be an ancient depiction of electricity has captured the imagination of alternative historians and enthusiasts. They argue that the relief shows a sophisticated understanding of electrical principles, suggesting that the Egyptians might have used some form of primitive lighting technology. Proponents of this theory point to the absence of soot in certain underground chambers of Egyptian temples, which they claim could indicate the use of electric light rather than torches or oil lamps. While this idea is compelling, it remains highly speculative as no physical evidence of such technology has ever been found. The debate over the Dendera Light raises a broader question: how do we interpret ancient art and symbols? It's easy to project modern ideas onto the past, especially when faced with imagery that seems eerily familiar. Yet, doing so risks overlooking the cultural and spiritual context in which these artifacts were created. For the ancient Egyptians, art was not just a means of decoration. It was a way to communicate profound truths about the cosmos, the gods, and the nature of existence. The Dendera Light, whether a symbolic lotus or a misunderstood light bulb, serves as a reminder that the past often resists easy categorization. This enigmatic relief also invites us to reflect on the limits of our understanding. Could the ancient Egyptians have known more about electricity than we give them credit for? Or does the Dendera Light simply reflect their mastery of symbolic storytelling, a way to convey complex ideas through art? The answers may never be fully clear, but the mystery itself is a testament to the enduring fascination of ancient cultures and their ability to inspire wonder. As we step away from the Temple of Hathor, we're reminded that ancient art often holds layers of meaning, some obvious and others hidden in plain sight. These symbols, whether depicting gods, myths, or misunderstood technologies, challenge us to look beyond the surface and question our assumptions about the past. And as we turn our attention to the next mystery, we'll explore another ancient artifact that seems to bridge the gap between art and science, offering yet another glimpse into the ingenuity of our ancestors. What secrets does it hold, and what can it teach us about the civilizations that shaped it? The journey of discovery continues as we uncover yet another enigma that defies explanation and invites us to explore the timeless questions of human history. Carved into the steep, sandy slopes of the Paracas Peninsula in Peru, the Paracas candelabra is a massive geoglyph that has puzzled archaeologists and historians for centuries. Stretching over 600 feet tall, this enormous design resembles a three-pronged candlestick, its precise lines etched deeply into the hillside. Visible from miles out at sea, the candelabra stands as a striking testament to the ingenuity and ambition of the ancient Paracas people. But what was its purpose? Was it a navigational marker for sailors, a religious symbol, or something else entirely? The answers remain as elusive as the winds that sweep across this arid landscape. One of the most compelling theories is that the Paracas candelabra served as a navigational aid for ancient mariners. Its sheer size and prominent location on a hillside overlooking the Pacific Ocean make it an ideal landmark for ships traveling along the coast. Some researchers suggest it may have been part of a larger network of geoglyphs, guiding sailors through treacherous waters or marking sacred sites. Others propose that the design could have been aligned with celestial bodies, serving as an astronomical marker to help navigators track their position. The Paracas culture, known for their seafaring skills and intricate textiles, certainly had the knowledge and motivation to create such a guide. Yet, the candelabra's purpose may go beyond practicality. Many believe it held deep spiritual or religious significance for the Paracas people. The three-pronged design could symbolize a trinity of deities or cosmic forces, reflecting the culture's complex belief system. Some researchers draw parallels between the candelabra and the Andean chacana, or Inca cross, a sacred symbol representing the connection between the earthly and the divine. If true, the geoglyph might have been a place of worship or a ceremonial marker, its massive scale a testament to the power of faith and community. Studying the Paracas candelabra presents unique challenges. The geoglyph's remote location and exposure to the elements make it difficult to preserve and analyze. Wind and erosion constantly threaten to obscure its lines, requiring ongoing efforts to maintain its visibility. Additionally, the lack of written records from the Paracas culture leaves researchers to rely on archaeological evidence and comparisons with other ancient sites. Despite these obstacles, the candelabra continues to captivate, its enduring presence a reminder of the mysteries that still linger in the shadows of antiquity. What drove the Paracas people to create such a monumental design? Was it a practical tool, a spiritual beacon, or a combination of both? The effort required to etch this massive figure into the hillside speaks to a society deeply invested in both the practical and the sacred. The candelabra stands as a testament to their creativity and determination, a symbol of their connection to the land, the sea, and the cosmos. As we reflect on the enigma of the Paracas candelabra, we're reminded that it's just one of many ancient geoglyphs that challenge our understanding of the past. From the Nazca Lines to the Atacama Giant, these massive designs invite us to explore the ways in which ancient cultures sought to leave their mark on the world. What other secrets might these geoglyphs hold, and what can they teach us about the civilizations that created them? The journey of discovery continues as we turn our gaze to another ancient mystery, one that reveals the extraordinary ways our ancestors sought to communicate with the heavens and the earth. Carved into the rolling hills of Oxfordshire, England, the Uffington White Horse is a striking example of ancient artistry that has endured for millennia. This prehistoric hill figure, stretching over 360 feet in length, depicts a stylized horse galloping across the landscape, created by cutting deep trenches into the chalk hillside and filling them with crushed white chalk. The figure is a marvel of both design and engineering. But what makes the Uffington White Horse truly fascinating isn't just its age, estimated to be over 3,000 years old, but the mystery of its purpose and the cultural legacy it has inspired. Theories about why this figure was created are as varied as they are intriguing. Some researchers believe it served as a tribal symbol, representing a specific group or clan that inhabited the region during the Iron Age. Others suggest it may have had a religious or ceremonial function, possibly linked to fertility rituals or solar worship. The horse's dynamic pose, with its elongated body and flowing lines, has led some to speculate that it represents a mythological creature or a deity associated with movement and power. Its location on a prominent hill also suggests it could have been a territorial marker, visible for miles and serving as a statement of ownership or unity. The creation of the Uffington White Horse would have been no small feat. Without modern tools or machinery, ancient people meticulously carved the figure into the hillside, ensuring its lines remained crisp and its proportions harmonious. The technique of cutting into the chalk and filling the trenches with crushed stone not only created a striking visual contrast, but also helped preserve the figure from erosion. Over the centuries, local communities have maintained the horse through periodic scouring rituals, where they clear away vegetation and replenish the chalk. This tradition highlights the enduring cultural importance of the figure, a connection that has been passed down through generations. The Uffington White Horse also holds a special place in British folklore. Some legends link it to King Alfred the Great, who is said to have commissioned it to commemorate a victory over the Danes. Others associate it with the Celtic goddess Epona, a protector of horses and fertility. The figure's timeless appeal has inspired countless artists, writers, and even modern interpretations from poetry to films. Its galloping form has become a symbol of freedom, creativity, and the enduring power of human expression. What makes the Uffington white horse so captivating is not just its age or its artistry, but what it represents, a tangible link to a time when people expressed their beliefs and identities through the landscape itself. It challenges us to consider how ancient cultures saw the world and the ways they sought to leave their mark on it. The horse's enduring presence is a reminder that art, whether ancient or modern, has the power to transcend time, connecting us to the lives and stories of those who came before. As we marvel at this ancient masterpiece, we're reminded that the landscapes of the past often hold clues to forgotten beliefs and practices. From the chalk hills of England to the desert plains of Peru, these ancient sites invite us to explore the ways our ancestors sought to communicate with the world around them. And as we turn our gaze to the next mystery, we'll delve into another enigmatic site, one that reveals how ancient people used their surroundings to create lasting monuments that continue to inspire awe and wonder to this day. Scattered across the lush jungles of southern Mexico, the Olmec colossal heads stand as silent sentinels of a civilization that thrived over 3,000 years ago. These massive stone sculptures, some weighing up to 40 tons, depict human faces with distinct features, broad noses, full lips, and solemn expressions. Carved from single blocks of basalt, these heads are more than just impressive feats of engineering. They are windows into the world of the Olmec, often regarded as the mother culture of Mesoamerica. But who were the people behind these monumental creations, and what drove them to invest so much effort into sculpting these enigmatic figures? Theories about the purpose of the Olmec colossal heads are as varied as the sculptures themselves. Many researchers believe they depict powerful rulers or elite individuals, their distinct facial features serving as portraits of the Olmec elite. Others suggest they might represent deities or mythological figures, embodying the spiritual beliefs of a society deeply connected to the natural and supernatural world. The sheer scale of the heads, often towering over 9 feet tall, suggests they were meant to inspire awe and convey authority, whether political, religious, or both. Their placement in ceremonial centers further supports the idea that they held significant cultural or ritualistic importance. Creating these colossal sculptures was no small task. The Olmec had to quarry massive blocks of basalt from distant sites, transport them across rugged terrain, and carve them with incredible precision using only stone tools. The logistics of moving such heavy stones without the aid of wheels or draft animals remain a mystery, though some theories propose the use of log rollers, sledges, and large teams of laborers. The effort required speaks to a society with a high degree of organization and a shared vision, one capable of mobilizing resources and labor on an impressive scale. Yet, studying the Olmec colossal heads is not without its challenges. The Olmec civilization left behind no written records, leaving archaeologists to piece together their story through artifacts, architecture, and the sculptures themselves. The humid climate of the region has also taken its toll, with many heads showing signs of erosion or damage over the centuries. Despite these obstacles, the heads continue to offer valuable insights into Olmec society, revealing a culture that valued artistry, leadership, and perhaps a connection to the divine. The cultural significance of the Olmec colossal heads cannot be overstated. They are a testament to the ingenuity and ambition of a civilization that laid the groundwork for later Mesoamerican cultures, including the Maya and the Aztecs. The heads remind us that even in the absence of written history, art can serve as a powerful medium for understanding the beliefs, values, and achievements of ancient peoples. They challenge us to consider what drove the Olmec to create such monumental works. Was it a desire to honor their leaders, to connect with their gods, or to leave a lasting legacy for future generations? As we marvel at these ancient masterpieces, we're reminded that the Olmec colossal heads are just one example of how ancient civilizations used sculpture to express their identity and aspirations. From the towering statues of Easter Island to the intricate carvings of ancient Egypt, these monumental works continue to captivate and inspire us. And as we turn our gaze to the next mystery, we'll explore another ancient sculpture, one that reveals the extraordinary ways our ancestors sought to immortalize their stories and beliefs in stone. What secrets does it hold, and what can it teach us about the civilizations that shaped it? The journey of discovery continues as we uncover yet another enigma that defies explanation and invites us to explore the timeless questions of human history. While the Antikythera Mechanism remains one of the most celebrated discoveries from the ancient shipwreck off the coast of Antikythera, it wasn't the only treasure recovered from those watery depths. Among the artifacts was a stunning bronze statue known as the Antikythera Epheb, a masterpiece that has captivated art historians and archaeologists alike. Standing at just over 6 feet tall, this statue depicts a youthful male figure, his poised stance and serene expression exuding an air of grace and vitality. But who does this figure represent, and what can it tell us about the artistry and culture of ancient Greece? The Antikythera Epheb is believed to date back to the 4th century BCE, a period when Greek sculpture was reaching new heights of realism and emotional depth. The statue's lifelike proportions, detailed musculature, and flowing drapery showcase the extraordinary skill of its creator, who likely belonged to one of the renowned workshops of the time. The figure's posture, leaning slightly to one side with one arm extended, has led some to speculate that he may have held an object, perhaps a lyre or a laurel wreath, suggesting he could represent a god, an athlete, or even a hero from Greek mythology. One of the most intriguing theories is that the Epheb depicts the mythical Paris, the Trojan prince whose judgment of the goddesses ultimately led to the Trojan War. This interpretation is supported by the statue's youthful beauty and the possibility that it once held the golden apple of discord, a key element of the myth. Others argue that the figure could be Perseus, the legendary hero who defeated Medusa, or even Hermes, the messenger god. Without inscriptions or definitive clues, the identity of the Antikythera Epheb remains a tantalizing mystery, inviting us to imagine the stories and beliefs that inspired its creation. The techniques used to craft this bronze statue are as fascinating as its subject matter. Created using the lost wax method, a process that involved sculpting a model in wax, encasing it in clay, and then melting the wax to pour molten bronze into the mold, the Epheb is a testament to the advanced metallurgical skills of ancient Greek artisans. The statue's eyes, once inlaid with glass or stone, would have given it an even more lifelike appearance, while its finely detailed hair and drapery reveal the sculptor's meticulous attention to detail. This level of craftsmanship not only highlights the technical prowess of the ancient Greeks, but also their deep appreciation for beauty and human expression. Beyond its artistic excellence, the Antikythera Epheb offers a glimpse into the cultural and spiritual world of ancient Greece. Statues like this were more than just decorative. They were expressions of identity, power, and belief. Whether honoring a god, commemorating a hero, or celebrating an athlete, such sculptures served as a bridge between the mortal and the divine, embodying the ideals and aspirations of their time. The Epheb's recovery from the sea also reminds us of the fragility of history. Had the ship not sunk, this masterpiece might have been lost to time, its secrets buried forever. As we marvel at the Antikythera Epheb, we're reminded that ancient sculptures often hold untold stories waiting to be uncovered. From the lifelike details of their craftsmanship to the myths and beliefs they embody, these works of art offer a window into the minds and hearts of their creators. And as we turn our gaze to the next mystery, we'll explore another ancient masterpiece, one that reveals how the ancients used sculpture not just to capture beauty, but to convey profound truths about their world and their place within it. What secrets might it hold, and what can it teach us about the civilizations that shaped it? The journey continues as we delve deeper into the shadows of antiquity. High on the remote cliffs of Easter Island, amid the iconic Moai statues, lies another enduring mystery, one etched not in stone but on wooden tablets. Known as the Rongorongo Script, this system of glyphs stands as one of the few examples of indigenous writing in Polynesia. Discovered in the 19th century, these intricate symbols have baffled linguists, historians, and archaeologists for over a century. Unlike the towering Moai, the Rongorongo Script is small in scale but vast in its implications, offering a tantalizing glimpse into the intellectual and cultural life of the Rapa Nui people. Yet, despite decades of study, the script remains undeciphered, its meaning as elusive as the winds that sweep across the island. The Rongorongo Script consists of hundreds of glyphs, each one a combination of geometric shapes, animal forms, and human-like figures. These symbols are arranged in alternating lines, a pattern known as reverse boustrophedon, where the text zigzags from left to right and then right to left, much like an ox plowing a field. The complexity of the script suggests it was a sophisticated system of communication, possibly used to record genealogies, religious rituals, or historical events. However, without a Rosetta Stone to provide a key, the meaning of these glyphs remains shrouded in mystery. Theories about the purpose of Rongorongo are as varied as the glyphs themselves. Some researchers believe it was a form of proto-writing, used to aid memory rather than to convey detailed information. Others propose that the script was a sacred text created by priests to encode religious knowledge or astronomical data. The discovery that some glyphs resemble plants and animals native to Easter Island has led to speculation that the script might have been used to document ecological observations or seasonal changes. Yet, despite these intriguing possibilities, no definitive interpretation has emerged, leaving the script's true purpose open to debate. Studying Rongorongo presents unique challenges. The wooden tablets on which the script is inscribed are fragile and prone to decay, with only 26 known examples surviving to the present day. Many of these tablets were damaged or destroyed during the tumultuous period of European contact, when disease, conflict, and cultural upheaval devastated the Rapa Nui population. Additionally, the loss of native speakers who might have understood the script has made it nearly impossible to decode its meaning. Modern efforts to decipher Rongorongo have relied on computational analysis and comparisons with other Polynesian languages, but progress has been slow and inconclusive. The cultural significance of Rongorongo cannot be overstated. For the Rapa Nui people, it represents a connection to their ancestors and a testament to their intellectual achievements. The script's existence challenges the notion that writing was a skill exclusive to larger, more centralized societies, highlighting the ingenuity of smaller, isolated cultures. It also raises profound questions about the transmission of knowledge and the fragility of cultural heritage. What stories, beliefs, or histories might these glyphs preserve, and what can they teach us about a society that thrived in one of the most remote corners of the world? As we ponder the enigma of Rongorongo, we're reminded that it's just one of many ancient scripts that remain undeciphered. From the linear, a script of ancient Crete, to the Indus Valley symbols of South Asia, these mysterious writings invite us to explore the ways in which our ancestors sought to record their thoughts and experiences. What other secrets might these scripts hold, and what can they reveal about the civilizations that created them? With that in mind, we turn our attention to another ancient mystery, one that takes us far from the shores of Easter Island to a place where the boundaries of art and science blur, offering yet another glimpse into the extraordinary ways our ancestors sought to leave their mark on the world. What secrets does it hold, and what can it teach us about the civilizations that shaped it? The answers, like the glyphs of Rongorongo, remain just out of reach, waiting for the light of discovery to illuminate them. Among the dusty shelves of the National Museum of Iraq rests an artifact that has sparked one of the most fascinating debates in the history of ancient technology, the Baghdad Battery. This peculiar object, consisting of a clay jar, a copper cylinder, and an iron rod held together by a bitumen stopper, has long been the subject of speculation. Could this simple device be evidence that ancient civilizations had a rudimentary understanding of electricity? While the idea is tantalizing, recent research has added new layers to the mystery, pushing us to reconsider what we think we know about the past. The Baghdad Battery, dating back to the Parthian or Sasanian period around 2,000 years ago, was first discovered in the 1930s near the ancient city of Ctesiphon. When filled with an acidic or alkaline substance like vinegar or lemon juice, the iron rod and copper cylinder could theoretically produce a small electrical charge. This has led some researchers to propose that the artifact might have been used for electroplating, a process of coating one metal with another using an electric current. For example, it could have been employed to gild silver or copper objects with a thin layer of gold, a practice known to have been used in the ancient world. However, not all scholars are convinced. Critics argue that there's no direct evidence linking the Baghdad Battery to electroplating or any other electrical application. No wires, no electroplated artifacts, and no written records have been found to support this theory. Instead, some suggest that the jars may have had a more mundane purpose, such as storing sacred scrolls or serving as containers for ritual offerings. The bitumen stopper, they argue, could have simply been a seal to protect the contents from moisture or decay. Recent studies have added fuel to the debate. Advanced imaging techniques and chemical analyzers have revealed traces of organic materials inside some of the jars, suggesting they may have been used to hold liquids. This supports the idea that the jars were functional containers rather than electrical devices. Yet, the possibility of ancient experimentation with electricity remains intriguing. Could the Baghdad Battery have been an early attempt to harness electrical energy, even if its creators didn't fully understand the science behind it? The question invites us to consider how much ancient knowledge might have been lost to time. What makes the Baghdad Battery so captivating is not just its potential as an ancient electrical device, but what it represents, a challenge to our assumptions about the past. If this artifact was indeed a battery, it would suggest that certain cultures possessed knowledge far ahead of their time. But even if it wasn't, its existence reminds us that history is full of surprises, waiting for the right moment to reveal their secrets. This artifact also invites us to reflect on how knowledge is preserved or lost. The absence of written records or physical evidence doesn't necessarily mean that ancient people lacked certain technologies. It's entirely possible that their discoveries were so specialized or rare that they left little trace for future generations to uncover. The Baghdad Battery, whether a groundbreaking invention or a simple storage jar, is a reminder that the past is full of mysteries that continue to inspire curiosity and debate. As we ponder the implications of this ancient artifact, we're reminded that it's just one piece of a much larger puzzle. The shadows of antiquity are filled with objects that defy easy explanation, each one offering a tantalizing glimpse into the ingenuity of our ancestors. And as we turn our attention to the next mystery, we'll explore another artifact that challenges our understanding of ancient knowledge, a device so intricate, so precise, that it seems to belong to a far more advanced era. What secrets does it hold, and what can it teach us about the civilizations that came before us? The journey of discovery continues as we delve deeper into the extraordinary ways our ancestors sought to understand and shape their world. Deep in the lush jungles of Costa Rica, the enigmatic stone spheres known as Los Bolas continue to intrigue archaeologists and historians alike. These perfectly round artifacts, some weighing over 15 tons, have been a source of fascination since their discovery in the 1930s. While earlier theories suggested they were used for astronomical purposes or as symbols of power, recent research has unveiled new possibilities, adding layers to their mystique and sparking fresh debates about their true significance. One of the most compelling new theories proposes that the spheres were part of a larger, interconnected network of settlements, serving as territorial markers or symbols of unity among ancient communities. Their placement near important sites, such as burial grounds or ceremonial centers, suggests they may have played a role in social or religious practices. Some researchers even speculate that the sphere's precise shapes and alignments could have been used to convey cosmological or spiritual beliefs, acting as physical representations of celestial bodies or sacred concepts. This idea aligns with the broader cultural practices of Central American societies, which often incorporated astronomy and spirituality into their architecture and art. The creation of these spheres is no less remarkable than their purpose. Carved from hard volcanic rock like gabbro, each sphere would have required meticulous planning, skillful craftsmanship, and immense physical effort. Using stone tools, ancient artisans shaped the stones with astonishing precision, achieving near-perfect roundness and smoothness. Recent studies suggest that the creators may have used a combination of grinding, polishing, and measurement techniques, possibly employing wooden templates or guiding lines to ensure uniformity. The sheer scale of this effort speaks to a society that valued both artistry and communal cooperation, investing significant resources into creating objects that have endured for centuries. Cultural context adds another layer of intrigue to these ancient artifacts. The spheres are believed to have been crafted by the Dikwis culture, a civilization that thrived in the region between 700 and 1500 CE. For the Dikwis, these stones may have symbolized wealth, status, or spiritual power, serving as tangible connections to their ancestors or gods. Their placement in prominent locations, often arranged in patterns or clusters, suggests they were more than just decorative. They were integral to the identity and worldview of the people who created them. Despite the lack of written records, the spheres offer a glimpse into a society that valued both practicality and symbolism, blending form and function in ways that continue to captivate us today. What makes the stone spheres so enduringly fascinating is their ability to spark both wonder and debate. They remind us that ancient cultures often left behind clues to their beliefs and achievements, waiting for future generations to decode. These enigmatic objects challenge us to reconsider what we know about the past and the people who shaped it. As we reflect on their legacy, we're reminded that the Shadows of Antiquity hold countless other artifacts that defy easy explanation, each one a testament to human ingenuity and the enduring allure of the unknown. From the jungles of Costa Rica, we turn our gaze to another ancient wonder, one that reveals how our ancestors sought to immortalize their stories and beliefs in ways that continue to inspire awe and curiosity. What secrets might it hold, and how does it deepen our understanding of the civilizations that came before us? The journey of discovery continues as we uncover yet another enigma that bridges the gap between the past and the present. High above the arid plains of southern Peru, the Nazca Lines stretch across the desert like an ancient canvas, etched with precision into the earth. These massive geoglyphs, some spanning over 600 feet, depict a variety of forms: spiraling monkeys, soaring birds, intricate flowers, and abstract geometric patterns. Created by the Nazca culture between 500 BC and 500 CE, these enigmatic designs have puzzled researchers for decades. How were they made, and more importantly, why? Recent discoveries and theories are shedding new light on these questions, offering fresh perspectives on one of the world's most iconic ancient mysteries. The sheer scale of the Nazca Lines is staggering. To create them, the Nazca people removed the dark, iron-rich surface stones to reveal the lighter soil beneath, crafting designs so large that they can only be fully appreciated from the air. This raises an intriguing question. How did an ancient civilization, without the benefit of modern tools or flight, manage to create such precise and expansive artwork? While earlier theories suggested they used simple surveying techniques like ropes and stakes, recent research has proposed more sophisticated methods. Some experts now believe the Nazca may have used a combination of mathematical principles and celestial alignments to map out their designs, suggesting a level of astronomical knowledge that was far ahead of its time. The purpose of the Nazca Lines has long been a subject of debate, but new theories are challenging traditional interpretations. One of the most compelling ideas is that the lines served as a form of communication, not with humans but with deities or celestial beings. The shapes and patterns might have been part of elaborate rituals designed to invoke rain, fertility, or divine favor in a region where water was scarce. Another theory suggests the geoglyphs acted as a giant astronomical calendar, aligning with solstices, equinoxes, or other celestial events to track time and guide agricultural practices. The discovery of underground aqueducts near some of the lines has further fueled speculation that they may have been linked to water management, symbolizing a connection between the people and the life-giving resources of their environment. The cultural significance of the Nazca Lines cannot be overstated. For the Nazca people, these geoglyphs were more than just art. They were a profound expression of their connection to the land, the sky, and the divine. The effort required to create such monumental works speaks to their importance, hinting at a society deeply invested in both the spiritual and the practical. Their legacy endures not only in the lines themselves, but in the way they inspire us to think about the ingenuity and creativity of ancient civilizations. As we marvel at the artistry and precision of the Nazca Lines, we're reminded that ancient landscapes often hold clues to forgotten worlds. From the desert plains of Peru to the dense jungles of Southeast Asia, these monumental designs invite us to explore the ways in which our ancestors sought to leave their mark on the world. And as we turn our gaze to the next mystery, we'll uncover another ancient site that reveals how civilizations used their environment to create lasting legacies, often in ways that continue to captivate and mystify us today. What secrets might it hold, and what can it teach us about the people who shaped it? The journey of discovery continues as we delve deeper into the shadows of antiquity. The Great Pyramid of Giza, standing tall on the sands of Egypt, has fascinated humanity for millennia. As the last surviving wonder of the ancient world, it's a testament to the ingenuity and ambition of the ancient Egyptians. But even after centuries of study, this colossal structure continues to reveal new secrets, challenging our understanding of its construction and purpose. Recent research has sparked fresh debates, offering intriguing possibilities that deepen the mystery of how and why this monumental pyramid was built. For years, the prevailing theory was that the Great Pyramid served as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, a final resting place designed to ensure his journey to the afterlife. However, new discoveries have led some researchers to question this assumption. Advanced scanning technologies such as muon radiography have revealed hidden chambers and voids within the pyramid's massive stone walls. These findings have fueled speculation that the pyramid's true purpose might extend beyond mere burial. Could it have been an astronomical observatory, a cosmic energy generator, or even a repository of ancient knowledge? While these theories remain speculative, they highlight the enduring enigma of this ancient marvel. The construction of the Great Pyramid is equally perplexing. Built over 4,500 years ago, it consists of more than 2 million stone blocks, some weighing up to 80 tons. How did the ancient Egyptians move and position these massive stones with such precision? Traditional theories suggest the use of ramps, either straight or zigzagging, but no definitive evidence of such structures has been found. Recent experiments and simulations propose alternative methods, such as water channels to float the stones or counterweight systems to lift them into place. These ideas, though unproven, underscore the extraordinary engineering skills of the pyramid's builders, whose techniques remain a source of awe and debate. Beyond its construction, the Great Pyramid's alignment and design reflect a profound understanding of mathematics and astronomy. Its four sides are almost perfectly oriented to the cardinal directions, with an error margin of less than a fraction of a degree. This precision suggests a sophisticated knowledge of celestial movements, possibly linked to the Egyptians' religious beliefs. The pyramid's dimensions and proportions also align with mathematical constants, such as the golden ratio and pi, hinting at a level of scientific understanding that was far ahead of its time. For the ancient Egyptians, the pyramid may have been more than a tomb. It was a bridge between the earthly and the divine, a monument to their connection with the cosmos. The cultural and historical significance of the Great Pyramid cannot be overstated. It stands as a symbol of human ambition and creativity, a reminder of what can be achieved when a society unites behind a shared vision. For the Egyptians, it was a testament to their power and their devotion to their gods and pharaohs. For us, it's a window into a civilization that mastered art, science, and engineering in ways that continue to inspire and mystify. As we marvel at the Great Pyramid, we're reminded that it's just one of many ancient monuments that hold secrets waiting to be uncovered. From the towering temples of Angkor Wat to the intricate stonework of Machu Picchu, these structures challenge us to reconsider what we know about the past. They remind us that history is not a static record but a living, evolving mystery filled with stories that continue to unfold. And as we turn our gaze to the next mystery, we'll explore another ancient monument, one that reveals how civilizations sought to immortalize their beliefs and achievements, often in ways that defy our modern understanding. What secrets might it hold, and what can it teach us about the people who shaped it? The journey of discovery continues as we delve deeper into the shadows of antiquity. Nestled within the vaults of Yale University's Voynich Rare Book and Manuscript Library lies one of the most perplexing artifacts in the history of written language, the Voynich Manuscript. This mysterious book, written in an unknown script and filled with bizarre illustrations, has baffled scholars, cryptographers, and linguists for over a century. Named after Wilfrid Voynich, the Polish book dealer who discovered it in 1912, the manuscript is a visual marvel, with its pages adorned in vibrant colors and intricate details. Strange plants that defy botanical classification, women bathing in green liquid, and intricate astrological charts dominate its pages, yet none of these images offer clear clues about the text's meaning. The Voynich Manuscript is more than just an unsolved puzzle. It's a window into a world of medieval mystery and intellectual intrigue. Recent years have seen a surge of new theories attempting to unravel the manuscript's secrets. Some researchers suggest it might be an elaborate hoax crafted to deceive collectors or scholars. Others propose it could be a medical or herbal guide, with its cryptic text describing remedies and treatments for various ailments. One particularly compelling theory is that the manuscript is written in a constructed language, a deliberate code or cipher designed to conceal its true meaning from all but the initiated. This idea aligns with the medieval tradition of secret knowledge, where certain texts were reserved for a select few, often linked to alchemy, astrology, or other esoteric practices. The challenges of deciphering the Voynich Manuscript are immense. Its script, which consists of unique characters and symbols, doesn't correspond to any known language or writing system. Attempts to decode it using frequency analysis, a common method for breaking ciphers, have yielded no meaningful results. Even artificial intelligence, with its ability to process vast amounts of data, has failed to crack the manuscript's code. This enduring enigma has led some to wonder if the text is purely symbolic, a form of art rather than language, meant to evoke wonder rather than convey specific information. Despite the lack of progress, the Voynich Manuscript remains a source of fascination for both scholars and the public. Its allure lies not just in its indecipherability, but in what it represents: a tangible link to a time when knowledge was often hidden, protected, or lost. The manuscript reminds us that even in our age of information, there are still mysteries that defy explanation, texts that whisper secrets we may never fully grasp. It's a reminder that the past is full of stories waiting to be uncovered, each one offering a glimpse into the ingenuity and creativity of our ancestors. As we reflect on the Voynich Manuscript's enduring mystery, we're reminded that it's just one of many ancient texts that challenge our understanding of history. From the undeciphered glyphs of the Rongorongo Script to the cryptic symbols of the Phaistos disc, these writings hold the potential to rewrite our understanding of the past. They invite us to consider how much knowledge might have been lost to time and how much we still have to discover. With that in mind, we turn our attention to another ancient text, one that reveals how civilizations sought to preserve their stories and beliefs, often in ways that continue to captivate and mystify us today. What secrets might it hold, and what can it teach us about the people who shaped it? The journey of discovery continues as we delve deeper into the shadows of antiquity. The Shroud of Turin, one of the most debated relics in history, has captivated the faithful and the skeptical alike for centuries. This delicate linen cloth, measuring approximately 14 feet long, bears the faint but unmistakable image of a man who appears to have suffered the wounds of crucifixion. For many, it's believed to be the burial shroud of Jesus Christ, a tangible link to the most pivotal moment in Christian history. Yet, despite its revered status, the shroud's authenticity has been the subject of intense scrutiny, with modern science adding new layers to this enduring mystery. Recent studies have reignited the debate surrounding the Shroud of Turin. In the late 20th century, radiocarbon dating placed the cloth's origin between 1260 and 1390 CE, suggesting it was a medieval creation. However, these findings have been contested. Critics argue that the sample tested may have been contaminated or came from a section of the shroud that was repaired during the Middle Ages. New research using advanced imaging techniques has revealed details that challenge the medieval dating, such as three-dimensional properties in the image that suggest it wasn't created with pigments or dyes. Some scientists propose that the image could have been formed through a chemical reaction, possibly caused by the body's decomposition or a burst of radiant energy. These anomalies have kept the shroud's origins an open question, with researchers continuing to explore its secrets. The religious significance of the Shroud of Turin cannot be overstated. For millions of Christians, it represents a profound connection to the life and death of Jesus, a tangible relic that bridges faith and history. Pilgrims from around the world travel to see it during rare public exhibitions, drawn by its powerful symbolism and the sense of connection it inspires. Yet for others, the shroud remains a fascinating puzzle, a testament to the ingenuity of medieval artisans, or perhaps an artifact that defies easy explanation. What makes the Shroud of Turin so compelling is not just the question of its authenticity, but what it reveals about our fascination with the past. It challenges us to grapple with the intersection of faith, science, and history, inviting us to consider how we interpret evidence and what we choose to believe. Whether it's a sacred relic or an extraordinary hoax, the Shroud continues to captivate, its mysteries as alive today as they were centuries ago. As we reflect on the enduring enigma of the Shroud of Turin, we're reminded that it's just one of many religious artifacts that blur the line between the sacred and the secular. From the Ark of the Covenant to the Holy Grail, these objects hold stories that inspire awe and skepticism in equal measure, each one a testament to humanity's enduring quest for meaning and connection. And now, as we turn our attention to the next mystery, we'll explore another sacred artifact, one that has sparked its own share of debate and wonder, offering yet another glimpse into the extraordinary ways our ancestors sought to preserve their beliefs and legacies. What secrets might it hold, and what can it teach us about the civilizations that shaped it? The journey of discovery continues as we delve deeper into the shadows of antiquity. Off the coast of Nova Scotia, buried beneath layers of soil and centuries of legend, lies a mystery that has drawn treasure hunters and dreamers for over 200 years: the Oak Island Money Pit. This enigmatic site, first discovered in 1795 by Daniel Maginnis, has become synonymous with the allure of hidden treasure and the lengths to which people will go to uncover it. The story begins with a simple depression in the ground, marked by an old oak tree and a block and tackle hanging from its branches. Maginnis and his friends began digging, uncovering layers of logs, clay, and even coconut fibers, materials that hinted at something far more deliberate than a natural formation. Over the years, the Money Pit has become the focus of countless expeditions, each one more ambitious than the last. Excavators have encountered a series of baffling obstacles, from underground flood tunnels to layers of wooden platforms, all seemingly designed to protect whatever lies at the bottom. Theories about the pit's contents range from the plausible to the fantastical. Some believe it contains pirate treasure, possibly the spoils of Captain Kidd or Blackbeard. Others suggest it could be the hiding place of the lost jewels of Marie Antoinette, smuggled out of France during the Revolution. There are even those who propose it holds religious artifacts such as the Ark of the Covenant or manuscripts from the Knights Templar. Recent efforts to uncover the secrets of the Money Pit have brought new technology to bear on this age-old mystery. Ground-penetrating radar, sonar, and advanced drilling techniques have offered tantalizing glimpses of what might lie beneath. In 2019, a team of researchers announced the discovery of a mysterious metallic object deep within the pit, sparking renewed excitement and speculation. Yet, despite these advancements, the Money Pit continues to guard its secrets, frustrating even the most determined treasure hunters. The enduring fascination with Oak Island speaks to something deeper than the promise of treasure. It taps into a universal human desire, the thrill of the unknown, the hope of discovery, and the belief that somewhere out there, hidden beneath the earth, lies a story waiting to be uncovered. The Money Pit has become a cultural phenomenon, inspiring books, television shows, and even its own mythology. It's a reminder that history is not just a record of what we know, but a promise of what we might still uncover. As we reflect on the mystery of Oak Island, we're reminded that ancient legends often inspire modern quests. From the lost gold of El Dorado to the buried hoards of pirate lore, these stories continue to capture our imagination, driving us to explore, question, and dream. Now, as we turn our gaze to the next mystery, we'll explore how ancient legends have shaped not just our quests for treasure, but also our understanding of the past. What secrets might they hold, and how do they continue to influence our search for the extraordinary? The journey of discovery continues as we delve into another enigma that bridges the gap between myth and reality. Deep in the sun-baked hills of southeastern Turkey, Göbekli Tepe continues to rewrite the story of human history. This ancient site, built over 11,000 years ago, predates Stonehenge by a staggering 6,000 years and challenges everything we thought we knew about early human societies. Unlike other archaeological sites, Göbekli Tepe wasn't built by a settled agricultural community. Instead, it was constructed by hunter-gatherers, a revelation that has upended the traditional narrative of how civilization began. But what drove these ancient people to create such a monumental site, and what does it tell us about the origins of human culture? Recent excavations at Göbekli Tepe have uncovered even more layers to this enigmatic site. Archaeologists have discovered new carvings and structures, including intricate depictions of animals like foxes, vultures, and scorpions, as well as abstract symbols that hint at a complex symbolic language. These findings suggest that the site was not just a place of ritual, but also a hub of early human creativity and communication. Some researchers believe the carvings might represent celestial events or mythological stories, offering a glimpse into the spiritual world of its builders. Others propose that Göbekli Tepe served as a gathering place for scattered hunter-gatherer groups, a site where they could exchange knowledge, forge alliances, and perform ceremonies that strengthened their communities. The implications of these discoveries are profound. If hunter-gatherers were capable of building such a sophisticated site, it suggests that complex social structures and symbolic thinking existed long before the advent of agriculture. This challenges the long-held assumption that permanent settlements and farming were prerequisites for large-scale projects. Göbekli Tepe forces us to reconsider the timeline of human progress, revealing a past far more intricate and innovative than we once imagined. But the question remains, why did these ancient people invest so much time and effort into building Göbekli Tepe? The answer may lie in their relationship with the natural world. For hunter-gatherers, survival depended on a deep understanding of their environment, its rhythms, its dangers, and its mysteries. Göbekli Tepe, with its towering stone pillars and intricate carvings, might have been a way to honor the forces that shaped their lives, whether they were celestial, spiritual, or ecological. It's a reminder that even in the harshest of environments, humans have always sought to create meaning and connection through art and architecture. As we marvel at Göbekli Tepe, we're reminded that the shadows of antiquity hold countless other secrets, each one offering a glimpse into the ingenuity and ambition of our ancestors. From the towering pyramids of Egypt to the intricate stonework of Machu Picchu, these ancient sites challenge us to rethink what we know about the past and the people who shaped it. They remind us that history is not a straight line but a complex web of discoveries, innovations, and cultural shifts. Göbekli Tepe stands as a testament to the enduring allure of ancient mysteries. Its story invites us to explore not just the origins of civilization but the timeless human drive to create, to connect, and to leave a mark on the world. As we conclude this journey through 42 unsolved enigmas, we're left with a profound sense of wonder and a reminder that the past is full of stories waiting to be uncovered. From the enigmatic pillars of Göbekli Tepe to the lost treasures of Oak Island, these mysteries remind us that history is not just a record of what we know but a promise of what we might still discover. The shadows of antiquity are filled with secrets that continue to inspire and challenge us, inviting us to keep exploring, questioning, and dreaming. And as we step away from these ancient wonders, we're reminded that the greatest mystery of all might be the boundless curiosity that drives us to uncover